It just tastes like hot water.
Like all teas?
I've never met a tea I like. Like a hot tea, like standard tea.
So, like, Teresa,
I can't kick her.
Tom,
Can you? I
Taylor.
can't kick her out.
I'll try. Hold on, let me try. Evie Mike says no.
You kicked Jory.
Oh, whoopsie. Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's a Long Story. A place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we talk about tea. But also
make pieces when we drink it.
Both herbal and verbal. We got all the tea.
Ridiculous. We also make magic. So welcome. We are here with our lovely crew, all 6 of them with varying degrees of health. What's happening?
Ooh, sorry about that.
Guys, you gotta pull it in. You gotta
lock it in, everybody.
Lock it in. Lock it up. We're here with the Unearthed Arcanum. Everybody, take a look at your freaking camera, wave, and say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
You can't tell me what to do.
Howdy.
Yeah.
Hi.
He can tell us what to do. He's the DM.
PDA.
That's right, or I'll kick Evan out every time.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Welcome. For those who have no idea what the heck this is, that's fair.
Neither do we.
But we are a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, having 5 parties living, existing, and breathing in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Estera. So if this is your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, but not 8th time watching, welcome. We hope you enjoy your time with us. And we hope you learn something. But I doubt it.
Joe, take that again and say, enjoy your time with us, but make it menacing.
Make it menacing?
Yes.
And enjoy. Like menacing, like creepy menacing, or like just evil?
Like evil, dangerous.
Both. Dangerous.
Dangerous?
Threatening.
Yeah. We hope you enjoy your time with us.
Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Is that good?
Yeah, give me more.
It was good.
Yeah, we need more.
Enjoy your time with us.
Yeah, I think that was a good one.
And there's the old echo from someone.
Yeah.
That's all right. Here we are. Anyways, so just a quick announcement: we will be out for the week of the week of the 23rd, the Christmas, and going into the New Year. So from the 23rd out to the 31st, we will not be having any sessions because I will be sleeping. No, I will be prepping stuff for the new year. Have a lot of fun ideas to build around that. So yeah. So we will miss you, but we'll be back. But that's not what we're worried about tonight. Tonight we're worried about gameplay now. Go. So before we jump into tonight, we do need to get a recap of where we left off. But also, if you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is to like and subscribe where you're watching this. So whether that is on YouTube or Twitch, please hit that like and follow. We really appreciate it. Also, there's an Instagram and TikTok down below. Did you know that? Check it out. It's at It's a Long Story _TTRPG. Okay, Kiki, please take this mic away from me.
Okay, I found out as I sat down at my computer that I might need glasses after looking at policies for 6 days straight. So we're doing the old person look at 200% zoomed in. So last week we began with the party at the library getting their book request all squared away as Prim made her way over to the seamstress. While we waited for our books, Alistair introduced the Dewey Decimal System to the Feywild and all of Estera in general. Everyone will want to know the Dewey Decimal System. Thank you, Alistair. He confuses and confounds poor Petra and then wanders off towards the restricted section as he rats out Yori for doing something that he wasn't even doing. And sends him scurrying off to make sure Yori doesn't set the place on fire. While this is all happening, Kara gets her book on the Queen of Air and Darkness and asks for it to be translated into Thieves' Cant. Meanwhile, Prim arrives at the seamstress shop where she finds that all of the gowns are already complete because that woman is purely magic. Insane. And then she shows her a different kind of magic as they realize they're both in it for a little bit of fun. her whole past that she accidentally slipped up by telling her through the mind link. It's not a big deal. Let's have some fun. She showed her just how good she was.
Kiki,
Alistair at
pause
the
for 1
library.
second. Okay, try it again. Evie Mux did the voice.
Can you hear
You
me?
can start where you are. Yes, yeah. You just kind of fading in.
Alistair at the library. Was that about?
Yeah.
Alistair finds. I wrote the. Oh yeah, Petal Codex, which is a book on plants and herbs of the Feywild specifically. So he pockets that naturally. He finds another book with a harp sensing divination magic out of it. And as he opens it, he can hear ethereal, fayish music coming from the pages. He heads over to Petra and gives him some sovereign glue, just in case he needs it for binding or anything. He just gives him some sovereign glue. While Kara waits for her books, she walks along the shelves, just doing her vibe check, hoping she doesn't age again as she runs her hand along the books. And she finds a book that's completely blank, but it's overwhelming. Like, it has an overwhelming sensation of confusion to it. So she takes it back and studies it while she's waiting for her translation. Everyone at the table, Gwyn and Kara, studying their books furiously. Io and Yori begin to talk about potential haircuts for Yori because he's looking for a little change up. A little bit like Ara with the shaved sides, but still leaving some on top. They have a whole discussion about haircuts, Alistair admitting that he may have scammed people into paying for haircuts from Io, even though Io thought he was just doing it to be a kind person at the Ludus. And eventually they decide that, yeah, a library is the perfect place to cut Yori's hair. So they just start cutting his hair in the middle of the library. And Petra is confused at the traditions of the material plane, but lets us do it anyways. Eventually, Petra brings over Kara's book, which is translated into Thieves' Cant, but he offers the Cliff Notes, and she says, sure, whatever Cliff's notes are, I'll listen to them. And we get the Cliff Notes version of the Queen of Air and Darkness's Rise to Darkness, I guess. We find out she was a maiden of the Sealy Court. She's actually Titania's younger sister, so the younger sister of the Queen of the Sealy Court. She was devastatingly beautiful. She had a silver harp, and a young sorcerer named Soren fell in love with her. And then he did what all great fairy tale protagonists do. He went to try and prove his love to her, losing himself a bit along the way as he hunted throughout the plains, ending up in the Shadowfell, where he eventually found this black diamond called the Eclipse Tear. And he made a bargain with his soul to get the diamond, brought it back, and she was so moved by his sacrifice that she took it from him and was consumed by darkness herself, and eventually renounced her family and created the Violet Court, in opposition to everything she was before. And Soren may be dead, he may be vanished, he may be trying to find a cure, we don't know. Back at the seamstress shop, though, Prim and Amaranth, they'll have some pillow talk, where they discuss Prim's life for a little while, before Prim decides round 2 sounds great. And we move back to the library. Io does check on Petra, because he's just so heartbroken by that story, because he's just in his feels, and we adore him, because he's perfect. Favorite NPC. And we find out that Petra woke up in the Feywild without knowledge of, I think it was his past. And not even his name. He's just going by the name of Petra because apparently the brand name Petra is a hot clothing brand.
The name was sewn into his clothes. Hold on.
And that's the only name he knew it. So he goes by Petra because it was sewn onto his shirt. While they're talking about his past, and Io's trying to convince him to write his own story, tragic as it may or may not be, Yori and Alistair study the harp book, and Alistair basically shows him all of these different songs, and Yori is able to translate some of the song, or the title of one of the songs, to the Song of Stars. Eventually, Kara decides to return to the armorer to give Ara his sword back, which he left in her care earlier. As they're walking out, Seda and Prim show up, carrying all of the dresses and gowns and suits and everything. So we decide to put them all in Gwyn's little chest, and everyone does a lovely group trip to Ara's shop, which is great. We won't traumatize this poor man further in mass, which we do a little bit because he ends up getting invited to the ball along with Seda, along with Petra, along with Amaranthale. We're just bringing all the plus ones. We do a little shopping episode. We get 1, 2, 3, 7 magical weapons for 10,000 gold, which is not bad. And that also includes like time and labor and stuff they used earlier. So, or no, I think he already left the money before, so he made out from our group, but we have the money to make him out.
It's for tomorrow.
For tomorrow, yes.
Yeah.
And he also, Alistair and him are going to be enchanting things tomorrow, given we survived the night, and Yori. Enchanting weapons and shields and stuff. It'll be really cool. I can't wait for that. And eventually Seda, Ara, and Petra all go off to get outfits from Seda's mother for the ball, because they're all invited now. And Yori kind of explains a bit about smithing, his history with smithing, and like why it means so much to him. And what he mentions uniquely is that every smith has a little bit of a signature. And Kara and Alistair notice on all of the blades the same curved leaf, which is embossed on Zara's dagger. And that is where my notes end. I don't know if anything happened after that.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Kiki. We appreciate it. Anything else we need to add, friends?
That was delightful.
About what's his name's armor?
Good addition. What's that, Evan?
That was after when I went crackhead.
I didn't hear you at all because Clinton
we're unhinged and just talking.
Was beautiful in that compliment.
It was.
No,
it was great.
It was beautiful.
But what was that about his armor?
The armorer. Who remember? The
armor we don't care about. Yeah.
Yeah, but we do care about him now.
Yeah,
because Big Brain, we hadn't got there yet, but Big Brain is.
Oh yeah.
We know the armor makes crappy armor.
Yeah.
And the armor that he was only fitting the armor. He wasn't making new armor. So this was previously worn armor.
We also know that he was the one that may or may not have made the armor for the dead brother.
Yes, and his armor may or may not be from the dead brother, as we never had the body. We only ever had the head.
Hannah, was there a point where you were saying he's not making new armor?
Because you said that specifically that he was only fitting the armor to the brother.
Right, but he's also making new armor. Like he hasn't like gone out of business.
No. I'm just saying specifically the Duke is wearing armor that is being fitted to him, not armor that was made for him.
I said it wasn't made for him. I was saying in that moment that it was specifically he was spending that time fitting. Yeah.
See, I was going crackhead and was thinking that he was wearing his dead brother's armor and was just getting it refitted to him after having it fail.
No,
much better idea.
That is a good one. That is not.
That's where my brain was at with all of this, based on the conversations we had.
This is the point where Hannah starts DMing a different timeline.
Yeah.
And we just split it off.
Tell us how it goes. Wait, I'm sorry. What?
We'll play that one shot on the 27th.
Just that.
That's right.
Don't tempt me with a good time. I'll do it.
The time quangle. All right.
Before we start, I finished my tea. Do I get an inspiration?
Absolutely not, because of the things and words that you said.
Oh, but I get an inspiration because I did the recap.
That's right. Kiki,
I always forget. I always forget. Every single time.
I think I still have my birthday inspiration.
And then you have to remember to use it. You have to use it.
I think all of my inspirations expire. I rarely remember to use it.
Nothing feels better than the teacher having to say this, or I don't know, whatever. In this instance, the teacher saying, "No, I'm sorry, I can't give that to you," and then the other kid coming up and go like, "But I have one," and then running off.
use my inspiration right now to take Kiki's away just because of that.
Can I have a pencil? No, you cannot.
Deal.
Here, have
Fair.
a pencil. What the fuck?
Deal.
Anyways,
Natural one. I get what I deserve.
Beautiful. All right, you guys want to play some D&D or what?
Yes. I
You guys
haven't
wanna talk
played
more
in so
about
long.
D&D?
4 years.
Do it.
Do it.
If
All right. Where are you guys at?
Mentally,
Just kidding.
physically,
I know.
spiritually, fucking, I don't know.
We are. Yeah, I like that one. We are going to jump in unless there's something you guys need to jump in beforehand. But I believe it makes sense to kind of start the scene out in the in what has now become kind of the preparatory room. I would. How do we want to do this? You know, we'll figure it out as we go along. You guys walk into the room that is just one big room that you've been in before. Carrying Gwen has come in with I can't remember what. Oh, your chest, right? The chest with all the clothes in it, right?
Well,
Is that where that's
it would have been tiny. She wouldn't have been carrying it around. We can make it big when we get into the room.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But just like that little device.
I do have a question. How long were we at the library total?
3-4 hours, somewhere in there.
Okay. During that time, she was working on her spell book.
Okay. You got it. Yeah, makes sense.
That way I don't have to make you retcon all of the books she would have read, which would have been a lot. So
Right.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. So you guys kind of walk in. Gwen, you know that you have the all of the clothes. I will say your dance counterparts have gone off to try to find clothes or to make sure that their clothes are ready, and will meet you at the ceremony. I will say, I apologize about board, and so if someone can correct me on this, but I think we're like maybe an hour before the ceremony, right? So I think that's where we are. Yeah,
I'm good with that.
Cool. All right, you guys you guys walk in, being able to pass by every guard as you're able to kind of show that that Verdant seal or what have you. Yeah, ready to go.
I think Kara would walk up to Gwen first, because now that Jess is back. So Kara's gonna walk up to Gwen and she's gonna pull out these really intricately designed bracers that look more like woven bangles, probably a little leafy and whimsical, because it's the Feywild, and because it's from the armorer who just makes fancy armor and doesn't make real armor. But they look really pretty. They're like long leafy bangles. And she's just gonna offer them to Gwen. Say, I think you need a little bit extra. These will help. There's some magic that can give you a little bit extra defense, and I thought they were pretty.
They're very pretty. Thank you.
Yeah. And I give you the bracers of defense.
Very nice. She accepts them. And then she'd look at you and say, "Is everything okay?" It was a little weird. With Ara?
Yeah,
I guess just is there anything we should know going into this ball?
how certain are we that we're not being watched or listened to right now? And she's gonna look at Alistair for that, because he has done that before.
USD anything, boss?
Give me an Arcana check.
You got it.
Can I give you guidance? Oh, you rolled too fast.
Eat it.
Okay.
Yes, you
You
can
don't
give
need
guidance.
it. You're
Give him guidance
I'm
anyway.
not
Let's see
gonna be
how
a
you
stickler
get.
about
All right. What was the 33 show me?
You
God,
look
so.
into this
Yep.
room and time moves forward and backwards at once, splitting into two different. No, the 33.
Can I give him a bardic on that?
Yes, please do. Please do.
Just to see if we can boost it up to 40.
I will say, like, honestly, actually, hey guys, good start. 33. Yes, there does seem to be some sort of divination magic that is in. I will say for the from where we are, the far left corner of the room. I'll say the 33. You know straight up what it is. It's a scrying spell.
I mean, if people wanted to listen to us, they absolutely could. Even right now, if they wanted to.
Okay. I want to tell you, but
We have a ball to get ready for. I
we have a
understand.
ball to get ready for. I just need you guys to let me take the lead if something gets a little awkward between our friend and our armorer.
I'm gonna reach my hand up towards it and cast Dispel Magic.
You got it. It 100% works. All of a sudden, just.
Okay. Yeah. So someone was scrying, but I took care of it. So
Okay.
I would say you've probably got a couple of minutes if they were to try again before.
Do we want to be protected for the next day while we're in here?
How long does that
take
take
to
you?
set up?
Takes 10 minutes. But
Will
once
you-
it's up, then it's up for a day.
I mean, if you start that, and Vari, you can share whatever you need, and I will keep watch.
We'll start preparing Mordan Kanan's private sanctum again, as I had dropped it for the legend lore earlier.
You got it. I will say, just above board, the understanding was, and obviously you don't necessarily know the time frame there, but there are rooms that are being created for you all individually that may or may not be ready tonight. You don't know. Just heads up.
You're not going to need spells, right, Joe?
We
We're gonna
don't
be
need the new
fine.
weapons. We don't need
Yeah,
spells.
Why would you listen? Okay, now everybody just tuned off to this.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, wait.
This is just a
gonna
role
talk
play
the whole
we
session.
have an
time.
hour. I can use arcane recovery after. It'll be fine.
Okay.
This is a ball session. A ball session.
So as soon as Gwen says like we're good, which
Well,
takes
you-
10 minutes. So if you wanted like somebody else to do a different scene in those 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You can talk during that. That's what I was telling you. You can talk during the 10 minutes. I'll make sure nobody's scrying on us while she's doing it, so we can.
It feels like a waste of her spell then if she's telling you anyways before the spell's even up.
Okay.
Okay. You got so the rationale is we want to make sure that the sanctum is up first, and then we do that.
This will give us a place to come back to for privacy if we need it throughout the ball.
That's fair.
If Sarah needs it.
Mhm.
So it does not feel like a waste of a spell to me, the player, or to Gwen. So
You got it. Cool.
Hey, don't worry, I got the flames.
Yeah. If you have the chest open, I'm just pulling everything out and throwing it on the ground next to it till I find my coat.
Gwen would give you a very dirty look as you do that, as she's preparing this spell.
Io actually, as Alistair's throwing the stuff down, knowing that he's tracked a puddle in here,
Hmm?
quick levitating catch so stuff doesn't hit the floor, especially if it's not close to, especially if it's close to puddles.
Arcana check.
Okay.
And I do want to say that it's absolutely hypocritical of Gwen, as she has on more than
18?
one occasion messed Alistair's study space up significantly.
Yeah, but this is different.
So,
This is your stuff.
This is
Uh,
different.
18. Yeah, beautiful. Just before it hits the ground, just floats, stops.
Okay.
Come on,
My
dude.
stuff's on the bottom.
Salt
You could
water.
have waited.
You
Like-
guys weren't moving.
You don't want someone's nice duds drying and getting that old chalky salt look.
I don't even know what that is, Io.
Okay,
Is
so
that like a style from Sway or something? Chalky salt look?
no, it's not a good thing. I'm saying you go somewhere, you splash salt water on somebody. When that salt water dries, evaporates, that salt's gonna be left behind, and then it's gonna be looking like you had some other kind of fun.
Okay, that's just science. I don't.
Ugh.
My stuff's on the bottom.
To concentrate on this spell.
Okay, well, then come get your stuff.
Okay.
All right.
What's the other kind of fun?
Goodness.
No,
No.
Read
We'll
the
tell
book
you
I
when
gave
you're
you.
older.
No.
we'll tell you when you're older.
I can't wait till I'm older.
Can you give me a look right at the camera when you say that?
Please don't jam the camera.
10 minutes has passed.
Cool.
Okay.
Woo. All right, we should be safe now.
Okay, so what I need you guys. I know. Okay, you know I don't like telling you guys shit. I don't tell anyone anything before you guys because stuff goes wrong when that happens. So I'm asking you to please not say anything or get involved or fuck this up.
All right.
Well, shit, when you put it like that, okay. Damn.
I was gonna talk to Ara all night long about like smithing and stuff.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Don't mention I'm trusting you. I am trusting you all in this. Don't. So Zara had a kid. We're all aware that you. Wait, did we tell everyone? Zara had a kid, right? Everyone knows that. Yeah.
I think I missed that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Zara had a
Anyways.
kid who was taken, and we thought
Mhm.
he was with the hag. He was not. He
Mhm.
may be on the material plane in an Elderwind. We're not sure. She doesn't want to deal with that. I tried to tell her that he might be alive, and she said, understandably or not, I don't know. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want anything to do with that. That's beside the point of what I'm trying to say. Aura is the father,
I think I've read this book.
but
Same.
he didn't.
Well, shit.
He didn't know he was the father until I accidentally
Definitely
spilled it
read
to
this
him
book.
outside the
No, really?
porch.
All right,
no,
all right.
Um,
Just now you take a
and-
point of inspiration.
And that's why we like kind of rushed off because I was worried he was going to go do something stupid. So I went with him and they talked. They were in here and they talked. Apparently they have done other things in here as well before.
Are we in their sex room?
I don't know, but the point is that they did not. It did not work out. He didn't know that she even had a kid. They are pissed at each other, and now he's coming to the ball with me and Seda, and
No, this could work. This could
no,
work in our favor.
no. I'm asking you not.
No, we're
to
not.
get
We're not
involved.
going to say anything. I will not because it's not our business. I don't really care.
Sorry, real quick. So, sorry, Car, you finished. So all this is fascinating. Did not know about the R thing. But Elisar, remember that's the name on Nalani's chest. That's her son.
Elisir.
That's the one,
Yeah.
Elisir. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And
know
also, I
Ooh.
didn't ask for pockets on the inside of this, and there are
Sucks.
pockets.
Now you have
Listen.
extra pockets.
She was already offended that I came with directions for her. It looks very nice. And the pockets can be useful. And trust me on this, as somebody who has had many a dress that does not have pockets, the best thing about a thing is pockets.
I think all of our dresses have pockets too, just letting you know.
I love her.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
all right.
Okay, that's great, but the point at hand is nobody say anything about the kid, about the baby daddy, about any of this. It
Sure.
just stays between us. Nobody
It's
tells
not even
anybody
between
else.
us, it's between them. So, absolutely. We'll let that
Okay.
play
Okay.
out between them, how it plays out. We don't need to interfere.
I
We can
promise
just
to
watch.
keep. I promise to keep my mouth shut until I get back home.
It sounds like we're all in agreement that Nalani just walked out and we're done with it, right?
We
I'm
don't read that at all, Alistair.
I'm totally telling him I met his mom.
Yes, the names are the same, but are we
No,
certain that
no,
it's the same
no. We're
person?
not gonna tell Milani that she's his mom, or no.
I don't think that
I'm-
doesn't.
They're also
Hey,
Eladrin, and he's
I'm just
not.
what I heard. What I heard was it's none of our business. We're gonna stay out of it.
None of our business about
Done.
this baby thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right? Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
I-
So we're all in agreement. Screw Nalani. He just left.
that's not the
No,
conversation.
no.
But
Not even the topic we're on, but sure.
Nalani was a real one, man. I mean, he
Real
just
good with
found
that bow.
love, I
Heart.
think.
This thing for your hair, Gwen, is this yours?
yeah,
All right.
think
I'm gonna
so.
go sit down and start playing with it.
all right.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's why it was really uncomfortable. That's also why I had his sword, because I took his sword before we went to talk to Sarah, because I
That was
don't think he
probably really
trusted
smart.
himself with his weapon.
Yeah, that was clever. Wouldn't have wanted one of them crimes of passion. Especially because that'd probably cause a lot of civil unrest here too.
Do we think we'd mind civil unrest here? The people in charge
Yes,
haven't
we
even sent
do.
those poor kids home
We
yet.
need allies, Gwen. We need allies for what we're facing, and if there's war this city too, we won't have allies.
That's fair.
And
Have you seen how magical this place is? How can they not have sent those kids home? It's been like a day.
They
But the
haven't sent the
problem-
kids home?
They're all just running around the town without anybody to look after them. Except for me, apparently.
Well, the problem about that too, Gwen, is say if we did cause civil unrest here, those kids would be the first ones. They'd be the first victims. Let's be real here.
Outsiders.
I would like to know
Mhm.
the plan for them.
We can ask
So they're just gonna
tonight.
be caught in here?
Politely.
Like we told that boy, I say once we find our way back, bring him with us.
We
Yeah,
are not going back for
that.
quite some time.
Oh yeah. Also,
not.
all of the kids are bringing photos of Sarah.
That's right.
What?
They're doing art.
What's a photo?
Not.
Point of inspiration, Io.
I'm still full.
I don't
You
care.
know?
Stack it.
Okay, I will.
Did you hear that? All of
Try.
us, Sarah? You can stack inspirations.
Hey.
No, said it here.
Merry Christmas. For December, you can stack your inspirations, okay? And you can thank Dan for that. For sticking with the fantasy.
Anyways,
So look, we were accosted by a small child, and I had to do something to distract. And
Costed's a strong
Art?
word.
no, it's an appropriate term.
it's an
for me.
appropriate adjective, Io.
They were cute.
But
She
they're
was a
all
cute
they're
kid.
now all coming to the ball, and I told them that they should bring like a expression, an artistic expression of how Sarah
Mhm.
saved them.
I'm suddenly
And
feeling a
read
lot
her
better
story.
about what I did.
One of them did draw Kara too.
He was
Yeah,
really good.
but that's all right. We'll shuffle it to the bottom of the pile. It'll be fine.
It's Kara, Zara, Ara. It's confusing.
Yeah,
I get it.
it's fine. That one was really good, though. I might try to
Yeah.
steal it myself.
I mean, I'd
Speaking-
like to see it. No one's
Or
ever
you could just
drawn me before,
ask
so.
him.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was you. It was you when you were flying. Also, what is that like? Like seriously,
Also,
what does that feel like?
yeah, actually, so I can't use this and the weapons that I just got from Ara. So if somebody wants
Yeah, I'll
this,
take it.
oh, okay.
Damn it,
It's really
Io.
actually
But I
really
couldn't use it
fun.
anyway right now, so
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, it's really fun actually.
I
Oh
miss
wow.
flying.
Okay, yeah, it's my
And you
turn
now
to
have
fly,
the
y'all.
black feather mantle.
Are we
Yeah.
just gonna have a revolving cast of who
Yeah.
flies? I love that. That's great.
Hell yeah. And then Io's just it's like, oh man. Okay, so all right, how do I get this on? And then fasten it here.
Oh yeah,
Or
here, hold on. And she's gonna take the golden feather that she fastened off of it and just pin it like on the lapel of Hadrian's jacket.
gotcha. Okay. So how do I make it work? Do I just think about flying?
I would just no, you gotta kind of sit with it for a while and just kind of feel the magics in it. So
Okay.
it'd take you a little bit.
Yeah, we
Alright.
have probably just enough time for that.
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, time is weird here. We have time to do. We can show up to the ball whenever we want because it's
Yeah,
our
I
ball.
mean, it felt like they were basing it off of us, our timeline, anyways, because they don't really have the same time patterns that we do. So
We shouldn't push it though.
Didn't we?
I mean,
Oh,
island
you're right.
I mean,
You're right.
island time, you basically show up when you show up and everybody's just kind of cool.
we
with
are
that.
the guests of honor. So doesn't that mean we get to do what we want?
Not normally,
Wouldn't
but
we-
all right.
Within reason, within reason, within reason.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, Imayans are a little bit uptight with their time, so I guess we should be up there early. If anyone
Early?
wants to, don't y'all like to be early or something?
I
Like-
need at least
Oh, you
another
have
like
known me for how many years? Have I ever been early for anything?
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I just remember when I first came to Eriscar, one of them little
years.
chaperones who show you how everything works. They're like, nah, you need to be 15 minutes. 15 minutes is on time. 15 minutes early is on time, and if you're on time, you're late. Sound like a whole
That
bunch of
sounds
hogwash
sounds
to
like-
me.
That sounds awful.
That's
Yeah.
a logical mess. If you're on time, you can't be late.
Agreed.
Well, you just do your own thing and people will get over it. I'm gonna look around to see where Yori is because he's been very quiet.
Yori is really just like sitting cradling his new giant sword and sort of muttering to himself, and like you just hear it could be like cinders or he's just like trying to come up with titles for the sword to name it something grand enough for the ball. But he's
She's
just
gonna
sitting there with it.
walk over. She's gonna walk over and just like tap you on the shoulder and say like, "You good, little man?" As she gives you guidance for whatever
Oh.
you're doing.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I guess I zoned out a bit.
No, it's a
Thanks.
cool sword.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm not sure if I can actually. I never used like a giant. I think you need some sort of leverage. I can hold it. I'll have to practice with it.
Alright.
I'll practice with it every day. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're strong enough. I don't doubt you could wield it, but practice makes everyone better. So
Yeah. Thanks. Is there anything I should know? I think I might have missed some stuff. Just, do I have to do anything at the ball?
no. Wait, do we? She gets suddenly a little scared as she looks at the actual civilized people here because she doesn't fucking know.
There might be dancing, but we can just. If you want to
I
dance,
don't know
then
how to dance.
we're from a different place. Whatever you do is unique to your culture. And if
And-
anybody says anything about it,
Do I
then
need to
you just give them a look.
You can always fall back on a simple two-step too.
Yeah, I'm like, do we want to crash course ballroom dancing?
right? We
It'll
can
be
do that.
fine. I don't need to dance. It's
You'll probably be fine. Also, Yori, here, and she'll throw the clothes at Yori.
Oh, is it on fire?
No,
it just kind of looks like it.
Yeah, no, got her to
It's,
do magical effect.
Oh,
for
but it's
flame. Yeah, so
Okay.
you look like you're on fire. Also, you can't wear the armor. Sorry, that was Gwen's choice.
yeah. That's how I was gonna. That's fine.
And
that's
if you
fine.
don't like it, Yori,
That's
you can
fine.
wear whatever you want that you're comfortable
It's
in.
fine. No, I do like it. I really like it.
I'm not
You're
gonna
a
wear my
giant.
armor
not like
either. So
Yeah, it's not like I've never not worn my armor before. It's just we get in a lot of fights, and it is
Maybe the
I'm
only one
looking
with
for
Nice
a
to air it
change,
out a little
so yeah.
I did
And
have a question about that for Gwen. How long does it take to get your chest out?
A minute.
Amazing.
Alistair would
Yeah,
also like to
Alistair.
know.
Hey,
6 seconds.
guys.
6 seconds.
You have to work a
6
little
That's
harder
kinda
for
nice.
the rest of it.
Guys, I go
Um,
away to do some prep for later on for 2 minutes.
it's
Uh,
one round.
could we? I think it might be good to store all of our like armor and stuff in your chest. I don't.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
leaving it
wearing my
here.
bracelet, so it will be
Okay.
with us.
Is the
And
dress that
it's
big?
okay. What?
Over exaggerated, pulling Gwen's giant blue and red dress out of the chest.
You said you were
That's a
going to
lot of
store
fabric.
everything in her chest. Just didn't think the dress was
Yeah.
that big.
Oh, she really
Actually,
okay.
Sorry.
Neve pops up and just does this weird sort of cackle. Pops away.
Oh,
Did
what?
you just like summon her with your bad jokes?
And it was right on Alistair's shoulder, too. So I don't know how Alistair feels about that.
That is a dress. I think there's more of it than there is of me.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna make it work. I told her she had creative control, since I was creatively controlling the rest of it.
Yeah. This one is Kara's. Pulls out the.
That's lovely.
You like it?
I love it. I don't think I've worn something this beautiful before.
I think it'll
Everyone
suit
says
you.
twins.
There's, I think, an interesting moment. Assuming that these are from the images. There's a very interesting moment of like both of you have this. Oh wait, actually, Gwen, are you still going with the black dress?
For Kara.
Okay,
It was
No,
I
her
have a
dress
picture
isn't
of you in a black dress.
No, it's blue, I think.
Okay, can you send me the newer version of that? But anyways, so Kara, as you are looking at this dress, there's actually like a moment of like, if you guys have like ever seen the like that like color black that just seems to just like fully absorb the light around it, where it just becomes like it looks like an absence of something. But in this way, in a very like beautiful sort of way, where like the like lattice sort of things around seems to kind of like accent where the skin sort of meets, which I think is really cool. Which I was going to reference off of Gwen's dress, which is why I brought it up. But we're in a different spot, anyways. So please continue. I will not be commenting on all your dresses. I just thought that was a cool thing to pop up.
No, I love it.
Yeah, she was not initially hype about doing no color, but we got there. Don't worry.
I mean, I see a little. Is it glowing indigo on the train?
Just a little.
Huh. It's really cool.
And this one is Io. Suit jacket.
I had no input in that, but Io,
Okay.
that's amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, we usually we like to go all out on special occasions back home. So thought it'd be fun to kind of bring that tradition here.
I love it.
And okay, and these caps, they look like they're exactly the right diameter for my horns. And the tentacles, okay. We gotta tell our girl she does some good work.
She'll be there tonight, so you can tell her all of your pleasant words.
Prim, you also know she knows.
Yeah. It's more Prim trying to puff up her
Yeah.
chest. Anyways. And this one is mine.
What does that smell? It smells really good in here. Because Alistair's outfit has Gwen's favorite perfume or cologne on it.
I think it was something at the bottom of the chest.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was.
Kind of nice,
Yeah.
but
Nice.
It's pleasant. It doesn't smell like It's a very earthy smell in this kingdom. Definitely in nature at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Neve, for those that don't know, the multi-tailed white fox reappears in the room as you all are kind of holding your dresses and just kind of sits expectantly, looking at the chest.
Okay, Gwen absolutely has outfits for
Mhm.
Houston in there. I'm gonna very quickly go in and try to assemble something that is majestic enough for Neve.
I like it.
Yeah.
You see Neve continuously kind of very much in a cat sort of way, like continuously poking their head into the box.
Yeah, I feel like she has enough stuff in there that it's going to complement Kara's. No, actually, it's going to complement Alistair's because that's funnier.
Yeah, I love that. Cool. We'll say you're in the middle of going through that as you all hear a knock at the door.
Houston gets a bow tie.
Beautiful.
I can get the door.
All right, sounds good. By the way, Io sends out a mental thought. It's like, hey, Callisto, have you ever worn clothes before?
I have never felt the need to cover my natural gift of my body.
And the rest of the party just sees Io start snickering out of nowhere.
Beautiful.
Would you like to share with the class, Io?
So I just asked after seeing Neve playing around with the clothes there. I asked Callisto if he ever wore clothes. he said he's never felt the need to cover his gift.
I don't understand what is so funny about this.
I just
understand what's so
didn't know-
funny about this.
I just didn't know I just didn't know you were this confident, man. I mean,
Well, Callisto,
Then
I
again-
think he looks dashing as is. He
I
might
mean, he
understand
is a-
me. Callisto, you look dashing as is.
and he is a
see
dragon.
him-
You are a dragon.
You see him kind of like get down low. Or friend, say when.
She's not threatening you. She's complimenting you. That part he actually says with his mouth.
Beautiful.
Does he think he needs to run now?
He was about to. No, he was thinking
He was
about
about to dash.
taking out a
wasn't he?
threat. Yeah.
He was about to dash, yes.
Yeah, he was about to dash. I called him dashing. Okay. Very
Yeah.
literal, your friend.
Very, very literal.
There's a knock again.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
Kara was going to open the door while they were doing this. That's why I was
Beautiful. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Cool. You see, it is Limeril. No, Limeril. That has come up to the doorway. She is, as you open, she kind of like is like kind of like, sort of like has a like a kind of like a jump sort of movement. Oh, hello. I just was wondering when you think the ball's supposed to start.
I'm gonna glance back. How much longer does it look like this cube's gonna take to get ready?
30 to 40 minutes, probably. I guess, guys.
How about an hour? Is that enough time for you?
1 hour, which is kind of takes out this like 60
Rummage
minutes.
around in the chest, and I find like a little timer, hourglass.
Okay, beautiful.
Turn it over for her. When this runs out, we'll be ready.
Gwyn, are you speaking common?
Yes.
Cool. You see Limeril have the most threatened look as you take out a sand timer, turn it, and stare at them and say something.
I will translate into Elven. Seeing
Oh. We're all very excited. Okay. So when this is gone, you're
That's
ready.
when we'll be ready.
Understood. Did you need separate rooms?
Maybe later, but we're getting ready together right now. I think it's maybe some people after the ball might have other plans.
I will.
You
I
will
might
what?
not think you can understand that.
Never mind.
I mean,
But
you see Kara just like having to like stiff arm Prim.
Prim seems excited. I want to go with Prim.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know.
we will need separate rooms later.
Okay.
I think most of us will probably sleep in separate rooms.
Understood.
I don't know about those two, and she points towards Alistair and Gwen, but everyone else will need separate rooms.
I mean, I don't really, but it's fine either way.
Understood. Well, we will see you all very soon. And you see her kind of walking away, holding this in front of her like it's a bomb, as she just walks out of the room.
I will grab Io and Yori and just lead them outside the door and shut the door behind us. Just gonna give them a couple minutes.
yeah, and honestly, it feel a little awkward changing mixed gender, in my opinion. Just a little awkward.
That's right. That's what she just offered.
You hear through the door. All right, you prudes. We'll see you in a few minutes.
I can be whatever gender I need
that.
to make you comfortable.
Alistair's already seen me naked, so has Yori.
The DM
Yeah.
literally just threw a softball for you guys to be like, "Oh yeah, great,"
I know.
and you're like, "Nah, I'm good."
Oh wait.
I think that's.
I
right.
shouts back. Y'all seem to forget
night,
I
you
am in a
guys.
committed relationship. I might have to explain that later.
That's fair.
Oh no, I've seen them all naked. Well, not Kara, but
Well, with like
Yet.
I don't
The
know,
other two,
'cause the clothing. Does the clothing stay when she changes? No.
and then I'll turn around and open the door and go right back in.
There you go.
Beautiful. All right, so you know what? I do need to know who's where.
We're all
so
in the room.
I think we're all now in the same room in various stages of getting dressed and ready.
There's a second room though, isn't there?
No,
no,
it's all one room.
Nope.
It's
No.
one
I
chamber.
thought there was a door that went
Nope.
to another one. No, whatever.
no. So that's why. Okay, so Julie, because I will. We can retcon. We can do whatever you want. Are some of you not getting dressed in the same room?
If we're all in the same room, Io will stay, but he's going to use shape water as basically a changing curtain.
Beautiful, awesome.
I just have a coat.
And it's
put
the
on.
clearest water you
You
guys have
went to
ever
boarding
seen.
school, Io.
Nope. Opaque.
I literally just have to put a coat
Love
on.
it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I need someone to help with this dress. One arm. does
Same.
Not make this easy.
I can't help you. Sorry. I'll help him.
No, literally one of these two can help me looking at Kara and Gwen.
Yeah, I don't know how to. Well, I'll figure it out.
It's in the back. Just
Help you both.
It's a corset. I don't. There's so many laces.
oh,
Hold your
you
breath.
got that one. Yep.
Yeah. Oof, beautiful. Gwen, check your messages.
Yes, don't think I do in that exact one.
Okay.
So the one I
You got
sent you.
I'm working
is
on
close
one
enough.
for you right now.
Okay. Fair
Okay.
enough. I will do my best to drag this out. Cool. There is another knock at the door.
I'll get it again. Well, no, I'll get it. If Alistair's still working on the hairband, because I think we're the only two that can talk. Well, and Yori. So Kara will get it.
Cool.
Again.
At this point, you see Petra standing in the doorway. Hey, I heard this is where you guys are at, and there you are. So, wow, you look
How
amazing.
dapper does he look?
He is he's wearing a what looks to be like a kilt, but it is fully sort of like decked out in this like very nature driven sort of like it's like a green and a gold in the plaid, and you see the same sort of like shirt and vest, but it is black shirt and then gold vest, and the gold vest is very bright.
Looking good, Petra. Thank you.
Kept the best. Good call.
Nice
Thanks.
look, man.
Yeah.
Nice look indeed.
Seda had this in her chest. I don't know why sometimes I guess she wears vests.
I'm sure she wears a lot of things.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just really excited, so I didn't know if.
Come in, join
might-
us. We're just getting
Okay.
ready.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you're all here.
Yeah.
Cool. So what do we do?
I don't know. I've never been to one of these. But at least we can figure it out together, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
It's
food,
cool.
right? We can like eat and stuff.
God, I
There
hope
should be
so.
food. There should be dancing. I don't know what else there could be.
Probably there's going to be talk about what all went down, some little aspects of explaining next steps, potential future. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Maybe
I
they'll
have
have
to
a
go?
fighting show.
Well,
Are we
that
gonna have to do a speech?
No.
Would be.
I'm sorry, this comment just said, I think clapping is involved. I love that. Very nice. Absolutely, lots of clapping.
Absolutely, clapping is involved.
100%. Okay, cool. Well, if you need to do a speech, I could present you guys.
Could you do any speeches? No, you don't know everything that happened. That's not gonna work.
I can make it up.
What do you mean present us?
I don't know. Don't they do that sort of thing?
Yes,
I don't know.
Could, announce us as we come in.
Yep.
Mhm.
that's a common.
That was true. I drew. Yeah, I could. Well, I mean, I could. I feel like I've heard of someone doing that somewhere.
You probably read it?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, this is the first like ball I've heard even thrown here.
They didn't really seem to know what I was talking about when I assumed when she mentioned it earlier that this is what was happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they ever have before. I mean, they probably did, way back in the.
Were you here when the summer court was here?
No, but I've heard about it.
We've got about 25 more minutes to kill. I'd love to hear you.
Okay. Well, I was. I don't know what you want me to talk about.
Why don't you come sit right next to me?
Okay.
And I'm gonna got a few more minutes on this, and then I've heard that with a little, like head massage, it can jog some memories and help people think a little bit more. And in the meantime, you tell us what it was like when the summer court was here, according to whatever books you read.
Okay. You're right. This does help.
Yeah.
So, from my understanding, there was a point in time when all of the Eladrins here were actually in a different village, in a different spot. Oh, you do it. Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. That's better. And they were very close with the Sealy Court, as the Sealy Court and the Summer Court were kind of intertwined at several points in time. But then something happened. I apologize. I don't remember the specifics about it, but there was something that happened that was all pinned on the Summer Eladrin, and they were massacred.
You said pinned on them?
Yeah.
Did you say they were
You say
massacred?
massacred?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I feel less bad now that your robes are fiery, Yori.
Was it something to do with fire?
Say like massacred. I guess like.
By
yeah,
who?
They put up a fight, so like it wasn't, from my understanding. So I guess it was kind of like a war or a skirmish, but by like the rest of the Eladrins. I don't think it was that much of a fight. But this was a while ago.
This might be like a language barrier thing. Usually when we say something's been pinned on somebody, it usually means like a false accusation was made. And
yeah, I guess that's how I read it.
Oh.
So they were blamed for something that they potentially did not do, and then conflict.
Massacred.
And then a genocide.
I don't remember there being a ton of evidence supporting it.
No,
So maybe I thought pinned.
I trust your ability to
History is written by the victors.
and I trust your
that's
ability to
a
critically,
really cool quote. If
critically analyze what you've read.
How
Yeah.
long
Read it
ago?
somewhere.
How long ago was this? I know this was probably several centuries ago, but how long ago was this? Is the current king or whatever the fuck, was he the one that decided on this?
No.
Or was it his dad's dad?
I think it was his dad's dad.
That was
Or his
ours,
father's
though.
father.
Are you saying that just because I said it, or because that coincides with what you read?
I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of feelings right now with this massage.
Are you supposed to touch his horns like that?
Yes.
So
Gwen is watching this closely.
over the course of the last 11 minutes, I've been casting Identify ritually. Is he under any spells? It's a touch spell.
Beautiful.
I love that so much.
Because I know that he
Gwen's
lost
watching
his
for more than one
memory.
reason, guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
What Alistair sees are just these glowing threads of blue and white magic going in and out of, honestly, his ear and around his head and coming through, and then kind of covering over him like a magical MRI.
Beautiful. I love that so much. I'm going to say just for, we'll say, obviously you're getting something no matter what. give me a Arcana check to see how much.
You got it. So it's nat 20 for a 33.
Jesus.
Do you need a
dude.
bardic on that?
Killing it.
Yeah, Bard's a D6 right
Guidance?
now.
It is a D6.
Killing it.
Just kidding.
Okay. So I will tell you that that Petra, weirdly enough, and this kind of becomes a little bit trickier because you're not entirely sure how believable he is now from this, but I'll say with that nat 20, you get the idea. This story is probably pretty accurate because it's something that he's been reading, and it's something that is from a more current history. You actually feel, I'll say, because of like the mind sort of stuff, which is very Alistair kind of driven anyways. Petra has been under the effects of some extremely potent modify memory spell for a long time. I would say like equivalent to it would be like it's a 9th level spell. Yeah. But I will say with that nat 20, you determine that it is from an event, not an event more so than like maybe triggered by a specific person.
Got it.
Unbelievable. Good job. That's so great.
Are you feeling better?
So much better.
Awesome. This is gonna sound really weird, Petra, and I really can't explain more than this, but I promise you that if you stay here, one day I will come back and we're gonna have another conversation. Deal?
I don't know what I'm agreeing to.
Just a conversation.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you're here. I want to know where you're at. I want to. You know what? Actually, pocket. This is weird, and I know everyone here laughs at me, but I tend to give something that is of mine to people, so that it's like a way of me saying I want to get to know you and reconnect with you sometime in the future, and this is just like a way that you can remember that it's going to happen someday. And I'll hold out a button.
If I take this, am I giving you something like my name? Are you taking my name?
I'm nope. This is just a purely one-sided gift from me to you. A token, not even that. A token, you could call it, so that we can have that conversation someday.
Okay. Maybe you could give it to the fountain over there, and then maybe I'll find it.
Okay. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna put it right here on the ground between us.
Okay.
And
You gave it to the ground.
Mm-hmm. I give this button to the ground.
It's so slow. It's
okay.
Look, I found a button.
Amazing.
It's a very nice button.
Petra might be smarter than all of us, to be honest.
Yeah, Alistair,
Yeah.
remember Feywild specificity saying stay here could lead to them
Yeah.
in one place.
Ah,
No
damn
matter
it.
what
Did I fall
happens.
for that? Do I have to
You
stay
did
here
not.
No,
forever?
you didn't. You did
No.
not, because you
Nope.
picked it up from the ground, so you're good.
Okay. Great.
You're good.
No
Good.
deals here.
And this is probably, I don't mean this to sound threatening, but I can find you wherever you go.
You're right. That did sound threatening.
But I just mean I can talk to people from very far away, ask them where they are, and eventually,
And specifically find them.
eventually I'll be able to get there very quickly.
What are you going to do with them when you find them?
Have a conversation, probably.
That's what Alistair said.
We like to
Does that
talk.
mean something else?
No,
No.
we like to talk.
We're literally
What's
just,
that mean?
Okay, Petra, here's the thing. They're both being really awkward right now. They're trying to become your friend.
I can't. Can you? Are you? It's really hard to like because you're talking, but I can't see your face because you're.
He literally, at this point, he's done changing, so the
Yeah.
water just comes down, splashes everybody a little bit.
Beautiful.
Oh, he's like, yeah, sorry, I was changing. Hey, hey
Into
Al,
what?
how does the ascot look? Anyway, yeah,
It looks
Petra,
great.
thank you.
Gwen goes over and straightens it a little bit. And I feel like through this whole thing, she's halfway through about a million different things, just stuff trailing behind her. So this whole room is now whirlwind of a mess.
I love that.
Okay
Great.
then. But so
I take my armor off.
they're trying. Here's the thing. They're trying to be friendly by saying, "Hey, we can stay in touch when we go back to our plane, and we have methods of communication." Gwen and I basically can do the same thing. It's just her hands don't talk when she does it, and you see the mouths in his
I'm
hands.
not sure you're making.
Mind that.
Beautiful. Okay.
Ara's in the corner strapping daggers to her legs, just skirts
no,
all the way
no,
up.
you
just
don't
putting a
need-
bunch of daggers to her legs.
Prim's
I
having a
have to
panic
bring
attack.
them. I can't leave
Ara.
them.
Oh,
I've read this book too. It was good.
See, she agrees. I have to bring the daggers.
She has to bring the daggers.
Was that from
Do it
So,
at
do you
Eliza?
want to read
Sheath
that
the
book?
blade.
I think I have it.
Yeah.
go back
Yeah.
and find the
Please.
book.
Okay.
At
Half
least
dressed.
sheath the blade so you don't accidentally cut your inner thigh.
No, I have sheaths. I know. You know who I am. I know how to sheath a dagger.
You're strapping blades to the inner part of your thigh at the moment.
Yes, I've done this before.
Gwen, at this point, has Neve been dressed?
I feel like it's this very dapper, like vest with a little like bow tie that's almost the same color as Alistair's like lining of his jacket, and it has just a little bit of lace going down the back, so it's very, very pretty.
Oh, it's nice. Like a little like sort of like tie
Yes.
on like from the I like
That kind of looks a little bit like a corset, like our dresses do. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful. Neve kind of takes a look at it, tries to does the cute fox thing and like tries to look at the back, so does like a full 360 around, and then just looks at Gwen, winks, and then
Great.
poofs onto Alistair's shoulders as Petra's. Whoa! Oh, okay. What's that?
It's his friend.
Mortal enemy.
Alistair is the guy who says he doesn't want a pet, but then they wear matching outfits.
I didn't dress. Sorry. And then the hairpiece that I've been. Here's a hairpin. Is that what you got?
Like a little comb barrette sort of thing.
Cool. So slides it into Gwen's hair, and you see like a flash of like Alistair, what he's been working on with the triangle and the square kind of flash, and everything kind of changes right back into the Gwen's hair color, so it fades into it. And Fossilis, you should always tell me that we should meditating and clearing our mind and having good thoughts and feeling good about it, whatever, would help with anything that we were having trouble with. And I just thought this would be good for you. And you now have a headband of intellect.
I think she just sort of riding high on the moment. She's just going to lean up and just give him a very gentle kiss to the cheek. And the secret's out, so she's not going to try to hide it anymore. Thank you.
That was real nice.
Your pants are on backwards.
Fuck. I'm not. I don't know how to wear any of this. This is like, is this a sash or?
I'll be
Really,
right
I just
there.
been trying to kind of messing with their clothes this whole time. I don't think I'm dressed at all.
Gwen will go over and help Yori get dressed.
How did you get the jacket upside down and
I don't
back?
know. I've worn like one thing, and the other things were just wrapped around. I'm used to loose clothing. You know, it's like I have a big cloak. Everything else was just sort of.
Yeah.
You know, Yori, this is gonna look really good with your new haircut.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I like how
So-
it feels.
It looks good.
Speaking of, do you want to go with that blacksmith aura guy look, or do you want a braid or something? Because I can do that too if you want.
Oh, well, I don't want to look too close to him, you know, because then it's kind of like, I think he's pretty cool, but I'll just go with this. It's like, but maybe later, like after we leave the city, maybe you could give me a braid.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Io.
Yeah, I was just thinking on the fly. Sometimes it's nice to make these decisions on the fly. Oh,
Does look
and
good.
are you bringing the sword? And
Oh
does it
yeah,
have a name yet?
Everybody seems to be going. So it's
Kara's strapping the black sword to her hip now. I'm bringing my sword. I don't know why you're not bringing yours.
yeah. I mean, everybody
That
gets to
sword
bring
goes
bring
nice
somebody
with that
so,
outfit. They complement each other.
Very
Ooh,
true.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell Ara that.
Very
I don't think I
legal.
can still see it.
I'm just calling her Cinder for short right now, but there's definitely a longer name that I'm gonna go with. But I like Cinder, has a nice ring to it.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too.
Cinder at the ball. Anyways. Good. Okay.
Gwen's half dressed, by the way. She's
Oh, Gwen, do you want help? I
Good.
don't really know how to help with this. There's
Sounds
so
okay.
much skirt.
nope.
I-
I'm good. And then, like 30 seconds later, she's done.
She's
okay,
got it.
okay.
You could do that in 30 seconds. We've been in here for the last hour.
That's half the fun.
Well, she
Alistair.
kind of like dressed Prim and I and Yori, so
Pretty accurate.
Io, why weren't you helping?
Wait, if Petra's here,
I
where
had
is
to-
the others?
Oh, they
What
They-
happened to
they-
Seda and Ara?
what?
Huh? What happened to Seda and Ara?
Are they
Yeah.
coming?
Well,
Seda was
Seda
hard.
was helping Ara get dressed.
oh,
And
I should have
So-
seen that one coming.
Yeah.
I should have seen
yeah, that
one
makes a lot of
coming.
sense.
Mhm.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
That'll put them in good moods for the party.
Oh, it'll
Endorphins.
put them in something.
Oh
Each
boy.
other.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. I'm just worried about both my dates.
I'm
Without
sure.
me, you know, I'm just
mean-
not involved. It's
You can join
Yeah.
Io and I.
no, that's not what I mean, Petra, dear.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And at any rate, to answer your question, Al, I didn't help because do you know how hard it is to affix all 10 of these little silver tips to your head, to your hair? That's what took up half this time for me.
So I just don't do anything to my hair. It just does. Well, I mean,
Speaking
that's
of, Gwen's
not fair
gonna
because
go
my
over
hair can do
and
whatever I want.
fix it a little bit. It looks great. You have hair that doesn't need a lot of help.
How do they stay on?
Watched you create a 30-foot explosion out of nothing. That's difficult.
You know, there's a distinct vacancy of spells to
For-
do stuff like this.
Yeah.
They're
exactly.
all explode
You-
this, change
just-
that into a monkey. Very
Like-
little
Change it to
fix your
monkey.
hair.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
go run and collect useful spells.
All I'm saying is, Al, making a fireball, that's easy.
I mean, I can't
Nobody-
do it.
I mean, You just need to find the right formula. You'll get it someday.
If I wanted to cast fire, I could cast fire. This is absurd.
You just said
Just
you
saying,
couldn't do it.
I said we are going
The
to be
words
late.
you used were you couldn't do it.
Yeah, we also might want to double check that everybody can get up here. I know there was.
Oh shit! Yeah, I should go down to make sure Ara and Seda can get in because
I'll go down as
Ara
Ara
well.
has
an issue with
beverage.
Why
You
does
should
it
have-
Yeah,
have-
he has
well, I
his
don't think
beverage.
that's going to be enough based off of the last time we came up. But Amaranthal's coming as well, so we should probably go grab.
We
them.
should all go as a whole group.
We want to go as a conglomerate to grab the guests.
It's much harder to say
Prim and
no
I
to
can
a
just
half
go.
a dozen people than it is to say no to 2.
Oh, that makes sense.
That is a good
Hi,
point.
Petra.
Bully,
Yeah. Well,
bully things in a group to get what you want.
so
So that I don't think we need to bully anyone, but
You want to bully someone, Kara. I don't like a lot of these people.
okay.
Especially after learning that their history is built on genocide.
Yes. Well, so is the lovely university you all went to, as we have learned. So
Yeah.
Fair
and,
point.
Really?
Okay.
That's news.
Fair point.
and that's
of
on the
view.
and that's on the to be burned down list as well eventually too.
You can lay it down. I mean, a lot of honest people put their work into that. I don't. Just saying.
Metaphorically burn it down
Anyway.
Doesn't that
and
give them
rebuild
more
it into
work?
something better.
Prim's just sneaking out of the
we're gonna
door.
go get
Yeah.
our guests. We'll be back.
do you need help?
No, they can do
no.
it themselves. They said,
We'll
have
be
fun.
fine.
Okay. Someone asked if I was Alistair, and I said yes on the way up. So
Yes, perfect. 100% great answer.
You should explain who that looked like to them so they know who is looking for you.
so I
as
should stay
Alistair.
here because I'm not Alistair.
I'm not dealing with this.
Your date's also right here. Pointing at Io.
Right, that's true. So I stay with my date.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
I guess
I know it's just
so.
a term.
You're a satyr.
Okay.
I'm a human.
Yeah,
Why
I
would
know.
Anyone... Not
You know
all
what?
of
I
us
feel
look alike.
like to a lot of these elves, we all look the same to them because we're not elves.
That's fair. To
They
be
all
honest with
look
you, I
at
think
you.
most of the guards. Well, I mean, obviously the guards wouldn't know my name. They thought it was someone else. So
You
They don't
clip
read
clop
very
when
much.
you walk.
I think when you see so
Your
many
knees
people
bend
in
the other
phases
way.
yeah, thank you.
over so many years that they just kind of stop looking.
Pretty accurate.
Sure
I
lives
guess.
here.
That
He just
that can
lives here
work in
for
our
years.
favor. Absolutely.
I don't
this
think
can work.
I don't think any of the guards read.
That makes so much sense.
They don't own the
How do
material
you?
plane either.
No. Okay, seriously.
I would
How
get
do you
so
live that
bored.
long and you never open a book?
Well, I
That don't
mean,
make no damn
sorry. I
sense.
guess I think they're read, but they don't read.
No, that makes absolute sense to me.
I
Yeah.
mean, but what else do they do for fun? I mean, after a while,
They beat up
training's got to
little
get
people.
dull, right?
I think eventually maybe some of them stop looking for like new things, and then you just kind of sink into that routine that you just kind of do day after day, and you know that
Oh, that's-
becomes if you wear something in over and over again, it just gets like stronger and stronger, and then probably eventually it's almost like they just have to do it, and that's what they do every day.
That sounds like the
Kinda
10th
sad.
circle of hell in a way.
Maybe that's something they fight against if some of them try to find fun stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Yuri, how are you doing? This has been a long day.
I feel too light.
Longer still.
I mean, the sword helps,
Okay.
but and I didn't get my books, but
Petro.
I did get
What?
to work in a
Books?
forge, so it was a pretty good day. I had asked for books in the library, but then we went to the forge again, and then we went here. But we're still in the city so I can go back to the library, although the librarian's not there right now.
I'm right here.
The good thing about books is that they'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably. I guess I can't really say that in this place. Petra, do books disappear from your library, like, randomly?
I don't really lock it. Should I?
Well,
Well,
we were kind of
no, I
wondering,
think-
like, they don't like magically disappear or fly off or.
just
Some-
decide they don't
Oh.
want to be there anymore?
No, not the
Yeah.
ones that Yori wanted.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, I
That's
did
good.
get one, but oh no, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Ball.
probably don't have to lock it if no one's reading here, except
Yeah.
for the court, and you can find them. They're right here.
Yeah.
Still
You-
have a lot of. Yeah.
Yeah, you actually I had asked you if you knew any of the books and who had them, and I was gonna, but we're here tonight. You're here. You can just ask yourself. But if you needed help, you could just tell me. And I
Oh,
could
please do it for me.
help. Yeah. And what are we looking for?
Oh, I have the list, but it's at the library.
That seems like
Can we stop by the library?
This-
hmm.
How far away is the library from here? Like, isn't
Neve,
it right across?
Neve,
It's like 10 minutes.
Neve, can you
Yeah.
describe to the fox what the note looks like? And
It looks like a. Okay. It looks.
It's
It
gonna
looks
say,
like
like, a
a list.
nope.
You don't have to shout.
Okay.
Also, the head's over here. You're at the tail.
Oh,
That-
sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
It looks like a list of books, titles on them, and they're matched next to descriptions of the people because they didn't give me their name. A weird moment where I have to have an NPC roll for another NPC. Cool.
However
You
this works
see,
out, I'm so excited.
Neve. I'm so sorry. Neve just yawns and just like lays down on Alistair's shoulder.
Gwen will turn to Houston and say, Houston, you want to go get a list of books from the library? And he's very dapper in his bow tie. And then you can bring it to the ball and we'll have a list of books at the ball. Look, I'm going to whisper, Neve couldn't do this. You're the only one who can.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Natural 20 for...
Oh my
29.
god, guys. You see Houston just kind of like wiggle the butt a little bit, look up at Neve. Ow! And just kind of like runs, just jumps out of frame. Not sure where Houston went,
Fantastic.
but yeah.
Well, we're going
Um,
to get something back. And it will be fun.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. I'm so close to this. I wanted to do a thing, and all right, Kara, you who's going? Kara and Prim. Cool,
Mhm.
awesome. So you guys are going to go and go to find Seda, Amaranthiel, and
Ara.
All right.
Ara. Beautiful. There we go. That's pretty dang good. Awesome. So you don't need to go very far. They're actually pretty much like right as you kind of like descend down to the steps. You see them kind of like you see Prim and Kara. You see Seda and Ara just kind of like sitting, sort of like are standing. Ara's kind of like leaning up against a tree that's kind of like in the middle of the sort of courtyard area, and Seda looks to be deep in conversation with him. Prim and Kara, give me a insight check.
What language is this in? Because it might not matter.
I mean, it's just far
19?
away. This is body language from this point right now.
Sure.
19.
19.
23.
Wow.
Ooh, she out-incited me.
I got that
Beautiful.
+7, baby.
First off, so Ara is please come on. Trying to get these all last minute here. There we go. Ara is like, so it's interesting because you see this red haired oh, sorry, I renamed this wrong. This red-haired Eladrin, dressed in what looks to be, in this light, it looks a little darker here, but in this light, a very light blue suit. It is, it definitely has this like interesting sort of like battle look to it that does kind of scream Ara a little bit, but it is also, well, you'll see. You see Seda, which I'm not changing their picture. But you see Seda is dressed up and like looking very like I said, like looking very talkative, very flirty. But given the, say, 19 is pretty for someone who like kind of is very kind of clear in their viewpoints. I think 19 just beats it straight out anyways. Ara looks very annoyed, frustrated, all the things to kind of give you an idea of like, I don't think anything happened.
Yeah.
So Prim, you get that, but it is confirmed for sure. You feel very confident in that. So yes, this is what Ara looks like right now.
Okay.
Weirdly kind of matching with Seda, in a way that like as you both kind of come up, you see Ara kind of immediately like push that one leg off the tree and just go.
We would have had time to like talk together walking down, right?
Yes, yeah,
Or
absolutely. Yeah, if you want to
straight into NPC interaction.
No, go ahead.
So, that gold feather of yours, I noticed you pulled it off. What's that about?
It's now on the lapel she's wearing on the jacket.
Yeah.
So it was given to me by this it's complicated. He may or may not have kidnapped a child, but he may also have been saving her from the force of South Imea who would want to use her. Because she's like Alistair's cane.
Okay.
So I gave the child my daughter's doll because she was in a tavern and she was a kid. She needed something to play with. And he gave me one of his feathers. And we've been in contact. I don't know if time's making it weird now, so I hope they're okay. But he really did care about her, and I hope that they're okay. And just, I hope someone like him, I wished someone like him would have found my daughter and gotten her away from.
Well, now you got us, and we're gonna find your daughter. We're gonna get her away
Yes.
from that. Whatever is going on there. I feel like we have not talked a lot, despite me literally being hired by Hadrian.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little short-tempered with you at that point. I didn't trust anyone because, I mean, I just killed his fiance and there's a potential gang war, and
Yeah, I know.
I think you've proven not to be involved in that, so sorry.
No. Not that I'm aware of. Beryl is Beryl. I never know with him. He's the one who trained me in the
Okay.
monk stuff. Sorry. Yeah. He had something. He mentioned something that if we were back in like 2 weeks by like the full moon, he might have a job. I'll vet it
God,
before
I really
anything.
hope we can do that.
Yeah.
Come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I also don't know the specifics on it. He just kind of said that. He like astral projected me. It was a whole. I was kicking a tree. Missing may have been there the night that Adelia was. That Adelia walked through the portal to the Feywilds.
Missing?
Yeah. It seemed like they may have known more, and I wasn't able to push on that when we last talked to them.
I wouldn't push on that. Hopefully we can just find her here. Missing is... My
Not
god
good?
warned me away from missing.
Oh, joy.
So I don't think we should fuck with missing.
Fair enough. That is good enough reason for me. Oh, also, because, like, you know, whole thing with, hey, we're looking for Adelia, and then suddenly there's the seamstress situation.
I don't judge. Some people have open relationships. That's not my business.
TLDR, Adelia was my wife on paper, but that was about it. It was not necessarily like, yeah, it was more trying to get her away from whatever was going on, and I was held hostage in a house. Longer story, we don't have enough time.
Okay, but so do you want to find her?
Yes, because I want to know why. When she left, she wasn't bound or anything like that. She walked through willingly into this Fey portal and just left me. And then, gestures to missing arm.
It may have looked willing, but Hadrian technically ordered my murder 7 years ago, but he was compelled. Magic can fuck with people.
Right.
The Harpy Queen made him think he had a child. Like, she may not have gone willingly.
Right, and that's kind of why I want answers, if anything. Because if we can at least find her and talk to her, maybe I can make sense of the whole thing, and that would allow me to move on. But I'm kind of taking steps to move on anyways and make decisions for myself, because she controlled my life for all of that time, and then I've spent all this time looking for her and didn't really have control of my fate.
I can't imagine, but we're here for you, and I support whatever this is, even if it's just fun.
I think that's all we're intending to have, is just fun, which I think is for the best and ever for everyone. But yeah, Alistair will figure it out, or Gwenna fill him in on that later or something. I don't know. I just realized that of the people, you never got that explanation, because I told Gwen and Io.
I'm sure Gwen will tell Alistair and Yori at some point, or Io will.
Yeah, probably.
They're very big on sharing all the information that you have so that they can make informed decisions.
All right. That makes sense from what I've seen.
Which, speaking of all the information, as a gesture at Ara.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Hi.
You both look, Seda definitely interrupts. This is, oh my gosh. Wow. You both look
I see
amazing.
The blue. It will tie in nicely with the indigo as I insert myself between the two.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Ara's been talking my ear off about his past and everything, and you see like Ara just give a look of like just very kind of Ara's just never been more annoyed. Okay, are we ready to do this?
Prim, you guys ready?
Wait, is that okay? Is that a sword on your hip?
It's the sword you made.
And it looks great on you, and I appreciate that. Can I have mine then?
I don't think that'd be a good idea, just given the current. But I will tell you, it will be very, very close, because I imagine I put it in Gwyn's chest with my armor.
Okay, you got it.
It will be in the room, even if you can't see it.
Persuasion check.
How much of this conversation am I getting? Because I'm assuming it's all
You're
in
right there.
24.
44? No.
24.
Okay,
24.
I was like, that's no. I disagree.
I'm suddenly a bard.
24 though. Wow. Okay. He looks dejected and grumpy, but agrees.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, this is right here, and I have plenty of blades under the skirts.
Okay. All right. That works. You see Seda kind of like pull on his arm a little bit, which pulls, or actually, sorry, I guess pulls Kara forward a little bit. Okay, let's go. She like kind of like pulls.
Don't have
That's
too
not her
much
voice,
fun. Prim just
I'm gonna
whispers
just
that to
remain
you.
the buffer between these two.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
At this moment, Prim, you turn around, and you see Emeranthiel kind of like walking. There's like this weird sort of moment in the regality that she does not possess, but somehow commands. As there is like people seem to kind of like move aside for her as she shows up. In a honestly a very similar but just as astonishing looking, quite revealing, like kind of like ball gown that does not like is definitely long enough, and like you see like even like the train that kind of comes back around should be brushing on the ground, which is like it's a dirt road sort of thing, but it seems to just float just above the surface.
I had two questions. One, was there any change that Amaranthel did to Prim's outfit that was like specific to make them look matching?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Just kind of went along with like what you chose.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know if she like put something in it weird for her to find when she put it on or something like that.
Yeah. I will say also, as she gets closer, you notice that there is and you see like even this from like some of the passerby, sort of like that everybody kind of like has this like little like sort of like, this like kind of like jumpy sort of look, like kind of moving around, and as she gets closer you actually feel not in a like creepy or even like uncomfortable way, but a way that kind of like feels like a little bit of like an energizing sort of like jump, as you feel like a cold chill. It just goes as soon as it comes up, just like as like a some sort of effect of like reminding you, hey, I'm here.
Impressive. Can she understand me because I don't have tongues on?
Try
Does
it.
she know common? Yeah, I just wow. That is. It just does like the full body look real quick and just. Yeah.
You as well. Of course, it's easy for me because I dressed you.
It's true. Makes it a little easier to match as well.
she seems to wait and like kind of has the arm sort of like perched up a little bit, but kind of giving a questioning look of whether or not you want her arm or she wants yours.
I think Prim will come to the side and offer her one and only arm,
She
and
takes
say, "Shall we?"
Oh yes, for sure. And you start walking. I think at this point we see Yori just hopping out, finally getting the shoe on of like the room, maybe as you all are starting to kind of exit out of your room.
I think at the last minute he kicks his shoes off and he just goes barefoot.
Beautiful. I love that. Just rolling to see if it hits anybody. Nope. All good. You see it just it kicks off into the atmosphere there. Great. You see Petra just like Petra is continuously kind of like running up beside Io because he doesn't know when to start in the entrance, so he's just kind of like running up and just
Breathe, man, breathe. Just be
Okay.
normal.
all right.
Just
Yeah,
be normal.
That's me.
I'll even slow my gait a bit.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Other hey guy, and like turns back to Alistair as Alistair and Gwen are exiting out. You okay? Are you
You're
muted?
muted, Clinton.
Every time it's so good.
You know, it's not even important anymore. Yeah. No, I'm not you're Petra.
Yeah.
Just okay. I got to deal with this fox all night long. Both of them. And
smooth.
so if I could just not, you're Petra.
Okay.
Got it.
And Gwen is a fox.
Yes.
Metaphor.
Got it.
As we go out and the others go ahead a little bit, Gwen is just going to look up at Alistair and just say, "This is our first date, you know, officially." Let's make it one to remember.
Let's. Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna like thread her arm through his and we'll head towards the ball.
Beautiful. As you all start to head there, you hear the music seem to start as soon as you arrive, Kara. As we see figures kind of standing along each side, looking like guards, but as they turn to greet you, you see them. They have having like some kind of like fixed smiles on their faces, as if being told to greet and to guide into the ballroom. And with that, we'll take our 10-minute break. We'll see you guys in 10.
This is gonna be the most fun ever. God damn you!
Why we cannot have nice things.
We can't have nice things. Oh, we're back.
We are back. As you all are lining up, I think Kara, Prim, as you all kind of meet up with your partners, say Gwyn, Io, Alistair. You're pretty much going stag, right?
No, I have my date.
The sword. That's right. Beautiful. There's a figure that comes up outside of the ballroom that comes running up to you all, seeming extremely excited. For the record, he's speaking common. Make sure I get these names right. Oh my goodness, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so you are all it, right? Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
we're
Well,
in.
Yes.
my name is Glorwyn. Wonderful to meet you all. I am the Lord of Revelry and Master of Ceremonies for the evening. If there's anything you need at all, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm very excited for being able to bring this on. You know, this was supposed to start as a ceremony, but no matter. Okay, well, kind of eyes Kara's sword and Yori's sword. Well, there's typically a rule of making sure there is no weaponry during these things.
That's a very odd rule.
For the heroes,
That's where
no
we're
less.
from.
You're absolutely correct. Yes, of course. Why would there? You're the one that's making the rules. You're making the time. We have all been waiting the correct amount of time in being prepared for you all.
Yes, I did give an hourglass. Did you receive it?
I did not, but I'm sure that it was around here somewhere, and that's lovely. It's part of a decoration indoors now. So, as you can hear, the music is ready for you, but I just wanted to make sure. Was there any questions that you all had ahead of time? No? Wonderful. Right this way. And he has you stop at a certain point right before the doors. All right. Well, I will be having my one of the guards, the wonderful guards with a beautiful singing voice, who will be here to announce you all. Now, you little one, do you have a? Is there someone with you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Great. Well, don't worry about getting the names. We have a little trick up our sleeve on that end. So we're all waiting. They are all here. You are making your grand entrance. Feel free to make it as scrumptious as you would like. I will be waiting kind of off in the side. If there's any questions you have, please feel free to, after you make your entrance, feel free to ask me. But there's a lot in store for this. All right. Okay. Last thing. Any questions? No? Beautiful. All right. Well, break a leg. And he disappears.
All right, who
Funny
wants
little
mental
man.
connections?
What'd you say,
I'll
Prim?
Just who wants a mental connection during this, just in case.
You can connect with me if you want.
You can
I'll
connect
just
me too.
I'll just lazily enters her mind and says, I can do it myself.
But then we
Might
can.
be a good for us
yeah.
to
There's
be
no
able
like
to do
group
that.
one.
Cool. Yep, Yori, Gwyn, Kara, Amaranthal. Okay.
Amaranth's on this. Okay.
Everyone that says no,
It's
thank
one
you.
way. It's one way.
Okay.
In the most beautiful way, I need a marching order, everybody.
Okay,
Shortest to
above table,
tallest.
real quick. If part of our aim here is to get allies, and we want to set Kara up to be Kara, I think she should go last.
Agreed.
Works for
Got
me.
it.
Okay.
But other than that, however,
Let's do shortest
That
to
works,
tallest.
Yep.
Well,
Shortest
except for Kara,
tallest.
I guess.
Yeah, except for Kara.
except for Kara.
I mean, I could be tallest if I wanted to, but
I think you should be tallest, but still look like you.
So Yori and Cinder, followed by Alistair and Gwen Bedea, followed by Prem and
Amaranth.
Probably followed by-
Amaranthi.
yeah, and Io and
Followed by Io
Petra.
and Petra, followed
Mhm.
by Kara and her 2 dates.
Kara, Ara, and Seda.
Kara,
Perfect.
you can get
Okay.
taller and still look like you, right?
All right, so I have Yori, Alistair, and Gwen. I have Kara in the back. I'm missing the middle. So after Alistair and Gwen.
Prem, Io.
Okay, this will be an interesting start. I like it.
Yeah, so when Gwen asked that, I think you've noticed her features were stretched in the violet side of the Feywild, but she kind of reverted back once we crossed over. But as she thinks about it, her features do kind of begin to stretch a little more again. It looks a little like alien and creepy, but she is
Creepy.
she is a changeling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
beautiful.
Don't rip the dress that
I'm not getting bigger, I'm getting taller.
the proportions were made for you when
The
you
door's
were
open. So the door's open. Yori, you are like kind of like standing there. I feel like, like Alistair kind of give like a little nudge for Yori to kind of come up. And you see a guard goes extends out a scroll and waits.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Yori.
Now presenting to the court, Yori. And you see there's a little bit of clapping and some kind of nervous laughter as Yori, your entrance is here. What does Yori do? And look,
as soon as he says Yori, Yori goes, and he kind of swings the blade around, in a flourish.
You see a bunch of guards pull up their swords.
And Eldam Nistoth, Unbroken Horizon, witnessed the longest day, breaker of anvils, the weight of unbalanced scales, midsummer's lever, from the ashes of Ara's forge, remnant of the dying flame, Cinder, the flame heart blade, and me.
Beautiful. There's more applause at this as Yori, you come down. Yori, do you want to explain what you're wearing?
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, it's what it looks like, but there's a long sort of decorative overcoat, which has a kind of winter Norse look to it. It has these 2 big red kind of bands with either kind of Celtic gold designs on it, that kind of thing, runic kind of thing. He has a wide belt. He's still wearing his the one gauntlet on his right arm, and the sort of cloak that comes back and then the kind of jacket blend into sort of not quite flames, but the sort of impression of flames and cinder and kind of a little bit of a burning edge on the bottom of it. And he also has a new haircut, which is kind of I think it's called a disconnected undercut or something. I don't know. It's shaved on the sides and kind of curly on the top and yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. Awesome. So you go, you see Glorwyn kind of present a table of where you're, it kind of just do you can be over here. As you start to walk over there. I think any movement with the sword, you see a couple of the other guests that are here. There's kind of lean out of the way. Beautiful. You see the guard that announced you seems really flustered, kind of like looking at the scroll and just. Okay, next. And Alistair and Gwyn, you approach.
Yeah, after hearing all of that, I'll look at Gwen and just kind of raise an eyebrow. Do you mind?
Let's improvise.
Scroll opens again. This time you see in gold lettering appearing on the scroll, Alistair Samil, Gwyn Bedaeth, Wayreth on it. Oh, thank God. Okay. Now presenting Alistair Samil and Gwyn Bedaeth, Wayreth. There's applause as you both descend. We'll say, ladies first. Gwyn, you want to describe your entrance and what you're wearing?
Yeah. So Gwen is wearing a sort of off-the-shoulder Cinderella ball gown, we'll call it, with that form-fitting at top and then goes out to the bottom. And it's got some sparkles in it and a corset top, very low back. Lots of she's wearing her charm bracelet and the bracers that Kara gave her and the little head bauble Alistair to work with. And I think if she walks in a dramatic effect. And we're just gonna say for fun, every light source within 30 feet just sort of flickers and gets brighter for a moment as I'll use thaumaturgy to just sort of announce our presence. Not quite as openly as Yori did with his sword, but still enough to make a statement.
Beautiful. Awesome. There is a lot of clapping as you see Yori kind of just, I think, already maybe looking excited and comfortable in his seat. But also, Alistair, you are coming down with her. So if you'd like to describe your entrance and what you're wearing.
Yeah, I think at least 30% of Alistair is hidden behind Gwen. Number one, because she looks better and should be in front, but also because he's not done with attention. Otherwise, he's wearing a slight variation on his normal vest. I think it's a slightly darker, closer to almost like a bruise-colored purple, blackish color. And then he has a big, heavy, what do you guys call it? Frock coat that over the top of it, which is what he got from the seamstress. Which is also purple with black hues in it and is ornately trimmed out in gold and silver. And the inside lining is the same color as Gwen's dress. Yeah, and so it matches. And he's walking along. Oh, and he's also wearing a fox.
That's right.
Nice. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Who is wearing a little vest?
Matching clothes.
Yeah. How about that?
God, I wish I had an image of
Funny how Alistair made that happen.
Alistair didn't make that happen. You did.
Incredible. There is clapping. You notice that Alistair, as you're making your entrance, you see a lot of people actually like kind of like clapping, and then there's a couple people that just eye the cane, and just kind of like moves their head into nodding back into it.
Is the king and or the archduke in there yet?
He has not made his entrance yet, but I will say Sarah is here.
No, I'm good.
Incredible. Nice. Cool. So next up is Prim. So Prim, as you are walking up, you see Amaranthil kind of like patting your hand a little bit. Ready?
Sure. Ready as I'll always be.
You come walking up, you see the words Prim Edgar pop up, and then like kind of like fizzle to then Narcissus, and then back to Edgar. Now presenting Prim Edgar. And Prim inches down, same clapping and cheering. Please describe what Prim is wearing.
Yeah, I think, so it's this kind of long white and teal kind of dress that she's got on with all of this kind of gold inlay, with her scarf kind of draped just over her shoulders a bit this time. I think the other thing is that as she enters, she'll activate the astral arm and the visage, and this time they come in very, the only term I can use is pristine, as the kind of teal color just slowly shifts in and forms, and the mask, instead of it normally being the knight's helm, kind of forms back into this tiara that has that flame kind of coming down, with that similar kind of red orange color that normally is the like ponytail of her helmet that she has, as it kind of turns into a band, as the visage appears as she feels like, which she feels beautiful, so she's going to have it appear in a similar style.
Very nice, awesome. You see there was this kind of like initial sort of thing of looking at. You see like some kind of like confused, possibly concerned sort of looks at the missing arm on the other side, and then the arm kind of appears, and you see a couple people just go like, oh, like assuming it's all a trick.
Mm-hmm.
You also notice that a lot of the a lot of the audience also is like kind of cheering and looking at you, and then a couple of them just kind of like look over at Amaranthiel, admiring her dress as well. Very cool. Io, you are next, as Petra is kind of extending. Do you want, or do you want? Which one do you want? You're muted.
So Io basically is just kind of brings him in as a bro, shoulder, arm over the shoulder.
Ah!
It's like,
okay,
come on, man.
So you're like holding him like this is his head. You're holding him like that.
No, more like on the shoulder.
Like
over the arm over the shoulder. But
yeah, cool. Yeah. Cool. No issues here. Just opens up. Io Duvall appears on the scroll. Now presenting Io.
And then you hear like a beautiful voice from the Ring of Luring Song just say, Io Duvall. That's because it comes out of nowhere.
I love that. You do that, and then the guard like tries to pretend that it's him and tries to kind of match and push. Io Duvall. And there's a lot of confused clapping, and then it just goes to normal clapping. Io, please tell us how you make your entrance.
So as he's entering in this outfit, the song transitions into pretty much like the choir from the Disney Hercules movie, but change Hercules to Io. And you basically see him wearing his normal turban, but his horns have like gold caps on them, and then his 10 tentacles each have like silver caps on them. He's wearing a pink tailcoat that has green filigree on like some of the edges where the collar meets and whatnot. a frilly a frilly like button-down shirt. He's wearing a black pinstripe vest with green pinstripes, black pinstripe slacks with pink pinstripes, and then his normal forested boots. And then as he's making his steps, he's levitating the water with shape water, letting it float into kind of rain. And then as the rain comes down, it's crescendoing into snow. As he's like, "Hello, good people. We are very honored to be served by you today. Just what you guys always know, you've got a friend in us, as we stand up for everyone with love and kindness in their hearts, and especially Io is a friend to all of the most marginalized." And then he just gives a big old warm smile to everybody as he dips into a
Can I make a
bow.
During that, can I have gradually let his voice get louder with thaumaturgy, and then on the marginalized, it's just like throughout the whole room it echoes.
That was the thing. There's a DM. I was like, do I say it or do I not? Nope. Okay, cool. Yeah. So the beginning of Io's statement is like against the clapping. Like, so you're talking in a normal voice, and then all of a sudden, Gwen, you're able to like just send that, and that voice kind of amplifies. So everybody at least definitely hears the marginalized. You hear the clapping just kind of go a little off time. And they eventually kind of come back to time as you make your way down. You hear Petra go, "That was really good. Do I sit with you?"
Hell yeah, man. Of course.
Oh, okay, great. Beautiful. And last but not least, Kara, you come up with Seda and Arielor. And as you walk up, he kind of stops and pauses for a second. There's a very uncomfortable sort of shift in the people in their seats. Some looking to the musicians that had stopped. And then you see Ellie, Kara, Siobhan, Iliar, and then Kara again. This one?
Is it his first day?
Sure, you can go with that one. I imagine, so I feel like she would have kind of like still kept them on her arms, but tried to step forward a little bit. Mm-hmm. She is taller and like her features are stretched and alien. Like she's trying to command the room. She's also trying to draw attention away from Ara because she knows that's probably making him uncomfortable. So I think as the announcer is about to announce her name, she's going to do silent image, and it's going to just look like a faint smoke kind of comes up around her, just slightly obscuring her two guests, but like highlighting her as a changeling, a creature of shadow, and making a statement of who she is, but she is here to help. Like, she saved your kids, but she is making a statement of what she is.
Beautiful. I love that. So in that moment, as Kara, as you do that, you see, now presenting Kara, and you hear the music kind of jump back in as you are obscuring the two people behind you. As you come and make the entrance, you see people just kind of in a look of like of concern, and then happiness, and then confusion, but now kind of like resting on like, yeah, but that dress, right? Like turning like back around, talking to each other. So Kara, if you want to describe your, obviously besides what you already did, if you want to describe your entrance.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have a lot of adornment. She looks strange and shocking enough with her white eyes and her naturally black lips and black hair anyways. But Her dress is a deep black, like the shadows, almost like living black with how it consumes the lights around her. And it's kind of low cut. It does shape her figure well, but it also has a lot of lace parts like on her arms, and you see like bits of her legs too, so you can glimpse through. It's a little sheer. It's probably a little risque for this, but it works for like who she is and what she is. She has you can probably see at some angles the edges of daggers strapped to her legs, and she has a smoky black sword with a starburst on the hilt on her hip.
Beautiful.
And as she walks, I think she because she still has Seida's, she doesn't really care about Seida, and Ara's arm, and she just like tries to give Ara a reassuring squeeze as she's obscuring him in the shadow.
Yeah. You see him just it's completely like odorless, and it's like it's not real, but you see him still just kind of like yeah. And you see
I realized I put smoke around the fire, the summer
the fire guy, yeah.
Or the fire guy, not Genasi, Eladrin.
Yeah. But with that, you're able to. Yes.
Did he not announce the other two?
No. Your partners weren't
Yori
announced.
gets up to go over to the guy who does the announcements at
Okay.
that point.
All right. Okay. So you go up the steps, and you see the announcers.
Hey, excuse me. So you forgot two people.
He didn't announce any of the guests. He didn't announce Petra or Amaranthiel either.
Correct.
Yeah. So it was just us, or it kind of feels like you know the like he's like really important, you know, like he makes like literally magical weapons, and you know,
Kara's shaking your head.
No. Oh,
the weaponsmith.
I mean, he hasn't. Let me see. And I grab the scroll. I attempt to grab the scroll for him to open it up.
Roll me an athletics check.
Wait, did I? Yeah, I got one last time. I'm going to use inspiration.
Love it.
All right, there we go. 28.
28, cool, awesome. The 20 that this other dude rolled is not enough for you to like do a standing leap and just jump up and just grab it. As you do, you open it up, and you the first thing you see on there is Jormungandr pops up.
That's. I turn it around the other direction. No.
You see a couple people seeing the tiny words kind of like written on the scroll and just been.
No, I'm just trying to get. Do I have to aim it and then try to aim it, like close it?
You like look at Arielor.
Aura, yeah.
I'm trying to pull him as quickly as possible towards the table.
Right. Sorry.
Just trying to pull him.
All right. I'll go at that point.
I love that so much. That was good. Give me that.
Sorry, it doesn't work.
Hey man, honestly, little man, I love where your heart's at.
Who are you talking to?
Io's talking to.
He's like all the way across the other side of the room. If you're at your seat, he's at the other side of the ballroom.
Yeah, we're just letting this.
In that case,
happen.
And at that case, he's looking at Yori, and he's saying psychically,
"There you go,
little man. I know exactly where your heart's at, but think about Ara. He might not want you bringing attention to him."
Hey, Ara, get over here.
Sorry. Okay, I'll go sit down. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Nikla's like, sorry, you should have expected this. There.
I didn't. Who would expect this?
That's
honestly
valid. I don't expect half of the shit that happens with this group.
All right. Well, are we all here? And we're good? Anyone need to? Fantastic. Great. Well, let's begin. And
this is going to be a real long shot for Gwen. Can I get a read on this guy?
What are you asking me?
What is his vibe towards us? Is he really enjoying this? Is he annoyed at having to go to this effort? Is he just sort of stumbling, not trying like to offend us.
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
The DM Joe will say this man has not really stumbled at all.
No, he has not. He's too smooth, and
Mhm.
Gwen is suspicious as fuck.
Yeah.
Too smooth.
Archfey in disguise.
I'm gonna use that special inspiration you gave me earlier.
Okay.
All right, that is 17.
17. Cool.
Yeah.
So an interesting sort of thing with what Alistair said. I'm going to say give me an Arcana check as well.
That is a 23.
23. Okay, cool. Awesome. With a 17, you get an idea of like this is someone who actually just really loves his job or loves their job and really doesn't get to do it that much in this court. He presented himself as the Lord of Revelry and Master of Ceremonies. You don't put that long of a title without really liking it.
Okay. Very cool.
I love him. I love him so much. I love all the NPCs.
He's so
great art
hot.
for NPCs.
Holy crap, is he hot?
They're all hot, and so many of them are just adorable on top of being hot, and it's just great.
I didn't say he wasn't a bad guy, but you never know.
He's having a good time at his job.
But I can fix him.
Gwen feels kind of bad about wanting to just make this the most chaotic thing ever while still getting allies.
So here's an interesting thing. When you say chaotic, you notice that at this point, there's a moment where the room seems to spin and change, but everybody remains where they are. So it's not like you physically feel like you move. It's like what's literally happening is the floor itself is expanding, but in a way that is so smooth that you do not feel you don't even feel the motion. For a couple of you, I think like physically you have to like kind of close your eyes because you see the difference. But yeah, there is an area that is extended out from the center. And this is just not the music for that. You see Glorwin. All right, well, now that we're all here, it's time for a dance. And you see everybody seem to get up and move to the dance floor. You see Glorwin.
You're gonna have to trust me on this, Alistair.
Yeah. Glorwin actually kind of like leans into Prim. So I'm going with a lot of rules that I've learned in my very, very, very small amount of time in the material plane. Mm-hmm. How are we doing so far?
Pretty good.
Great. These other Eladrins, they don't know how to party.
No. Do they know how to dance at least? Proceeding to look out at the floor.
As you look out, you see it is ballroom dancing, trying to catch along to this very fast beat.
Fantastic.
It is very tricky.
This is more hokey. We might have to.
What would you like?
Looks over at Gwen. Nova Soul line dance?
Nova Soul line dance. Let's go.
But the music is okay.
Yes.
The music will work perfect for this.
Very good. Well, please enjoy yourselves. And you see him just out of existence. Gwen, as you're getting up, you're kind of having this moment of feeling this kind of like reassurance. But that Arcana check, it's gonna be even creepier with the music not changing. You look across the way as you see the figures kind of get up, and you see that there's someone who is sitting with Sarah, who is his own like elevated sort of place. You notice that the Sovereign is not here. You do see that Eldarion is here as well. But you also see a figure that you have not seen before. What looks to be an Autumn Eladrin, but seemingly having everything looking bright and gold as if shining like the sun. She is sitting at the end of the table of this like kind of like long sort of regal table, but giving this air of like immense power. This person was not here when you were here last.
Gwen will definitely clock her and trust that Alistair also will notice her, because obviously.
Yeah, Alistair glowing like a huge beacon of light.
Yeah.
And anyone else who wants to roll to like kind of clock this certainly can.
Does it seem like she is the one who is responsible for like the shifting of things?
No, you get the idea it's probably Glorwyn.
That was Glorwyn? Okay. That seems more like Glorwyn for sure.
What kind of roll do you want?
And what was the DC for clocking her?
I'm not telling you. Just tell what you get.
Oh,
What's the-
then in that case, I had gotten a 26.
I'd say perception check.
Cool.
Yeah, 26. Yeah, you definitely see her. You notice that she's like eyeing across the whole room. You also notice that she has like gold eyes, no pupils. As she's like
Twins.
and seeing. Yeah, I think like she honestly like locks her eyes at Kara, but is like eyeing the whole table as you're all kind of getting up to dance.
Net 2027.
Yeah, absolutely. You see.
Yeah.
And then
I got a 22, so I imagine my pupilless eyes are staring at her pupilless eyes.
yeah, beautiful.
Nobody can tell who we're actually staring at, though, but we just know.
yeah, but we know. Yeah, absolutely. You see her kind of, and you actually see her kind of just give like a faint like nod and like a kind of like golf clap. As you go, as I assume you guys go up and try to show them how it's done.
Kara has no idea what's happening. She's going to watch Gwyn and Prim try first.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The Nova Soul line dance.
Gwen will say to Alistair that she understands if...
Maybe the next one.
Yes, the next one.
I'm just gonna go stand right over here.
All right.
next to
I
the
will hold
gold.
my arm out for Prim.
Cool. Seda immediately kind of grabs Kara's arms. Okay.
Oh,
And
no. No, I'm going to wait and see. Why don't you show me first? I'm sure you're quite talented.
Roll for it.
Okay, come on, Ara.
No. She's
I gotta.
Mara,
No, you don't.
we need more than
No,
two
you
for
don't
line
want
hand.
to.
His arms just get ripped out of his sockets as you guys try to decide.
Well, if Sada's pulling him up and not letting him go, then Kara will go and force herself in between the two to buffer again. Because the last thing she wants, like, okay, her thought process is clearly there's nothing between Kara and Ara. Seda is gonna make it look like there's something between her and Ara, and Zara's there watching this whole thing. So it's probably better to see. Maybe it's better to see Kara trying to buffer this, or it's better than watching Seda flirt with him all night. I
Sure,
don't know. That's Kara's thought process right now.
you got it. Okay, so Kara, does that mean you go along?
Yeah, if yeah.
I love it. Beautiful. Awesome. Petra looks at Io and goes,
Yeah,
I have
come
cloven
on.
feet. Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody else.
Hey, if we can get you on beat, it'll all work
Yeah.
out. We need a good.
And then
Drum.
speaking on beat, Kara, come on, you gonna learn this too. And then as he's doing that, he literally is like just teaching. He's gonna basically explain to them the basics of listening to a beat and then musical counting. And it's like now 1 2 1 2, and then kind of grandfathering them in.
Okay, you got it. What about Yori?
Eating.
Yori found an apple from nowhere.
If there is food anywhere, otherwise he takes out his own apple.
Yeah, I like it.
He is just stuffing his face with food.
Yeah, you don't see anyone with food on their table,
And then
so
he's
you're
just
not
taking
sure.
out his own food.
Yeah, I like it.
There a buffet table? Please tell me there's a buffet table and he's just
It's
over
rude
there.
not to have,
It's-
have
it's
a party
coming.
and food.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a ball. You asked for this.
Did I
Uh,
made this happen?
Cool. All right. So it sounds like everybody's on the dance floor except for Alistair, Yori, No, Ara's got to be on the dance floor, right? Amaranthia will definitely join Prim.
Okay, I was not sure. I don't know if she'll be interested in this kind of.
I went to go stand next to the golden lady.
You just went beeline over there?
Well, I was like, unless I missed the placement, I'm just thinking like there's a dance floor. We came from one side, and Gwen gave me leave to vote, so I walked to the other side.
Yeah, so you walk to the other side. Yeah, it's a long walk, but you definitely are able to.
Giori definitely goes with him. He's the only
Okay.
person he knows
You got it.
who's not dancing.
So the way that I imagine the table looks, Sarah is on the far left side. So there's an empty spot. I'm not worrying about the regality sort of like consequence of this, but I'm going to say just from the idea of this. So Sarah's on the far like left side. So Alistair, you kind of have to like swing, but to get around the dance, you have to actually swing by, and Sarah just goes,
Oh, hey, how are you? You look wonderful tonight.
"What the fuck is he doing here?"
I was invited.
He was invited.
Not you. You know who I mean.
I don't know who you
this
mean.
Also, she is dressed very lovely, like this. I totally forgot to do this image.
Oh, well, so however, Yori and I were very concerned about like being here tonight, and so I invited him originally because he makes beautiful armor.
He made me
and
a sword.
weapon. He made him a sword. And like we just thought it would be, we don't get to meet too many other artisans and craftsmen of that level of quality, and so I just thought that it would be wonderful if we could have someone that we could talk to and get to know in the short amount of time that we're here, that we could trade, like.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, are you like, bigoted like those other people who hate him?
No, that's not the point. No,
do you not like him because he's summer?
That's not it. No. She yells it. No. And like a couple people at the other table just like kind of like turn like.
Sorry, you have no chill. I'm not there. This is Jessica. Sorry.
It's you guys are morons. Okay, go.
Okay, real quick. What's her name? Who is she?
Her. Make sure I don't get this wrong the first time I say it. Esselise? Esselise. Yeah, Esselise. Okay, that is Esselise. She's the court mage. She's been gone for the past month. Just please be nice. She's like super powerful. Okay, just best behavior. And don't mention.
I'm sorry. You just stop talking. Don't mention.
Don't mention the weaponsmith. Go. You see this woman kind of like just watching over the crowd of people and sees you approach.
Hello.
Hello.
Esselie, I believe.
Esselise.
Esselise. Apologies. Alistair. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sorry, I said you were the court mage.
Yes.
I'm something of arcane aficionado. I would love to chat with you for a bit and maybe share some, maybe possibly learn something from you.
I would say it would be best that you enjoy the festivities here. Perhaps another time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you. Are you just okay? Maybe later. When could we? I don't know how long we're gonna be here. Maybe.
There's more of a quiet time in the evening. Feel free to approach me.
Of course. My day tomorrow is already booked, so I just was hoping we could, but I could make room if you wanted. What, Yuri?
I didn't say anything. Do you want to go dance?
Is Yuri saying this to Eselise? No, thank you.
Okay. Sometimes people stand on the outskirts of like a grouping kind of like that because they're kind of, you know, they're not good with people and they kind of
I'm
keep
sitting at the
inside.
Verdant Court table.
I don't know what that.
I'm not
So
standing
that's just
against
like-
a wall, waiting for.
Right.
a
Well,
hand.
yeah, it's just away from the dance floor. Like some people, you know, it's kind of like, and it's not a wallflower. Although you have flowers on yours. Am I? I'm getting a look. So I'm gonna. You want an apple? I think I'm gonna go. Why? Who's talking to me?
As soon as it calms down.
She kind of just gives one of those very slow nods, and then looks back at the table, or sorry, back at the dance floor.
Well, we were
Meanwhile,
partnering up. I
Yeah.
would have tried to push Seda to Gwyn. Because Gwyn does not have a partner. Everyone
Guess
else has a
not,
partner.
actually. Gwen,
And I'd be like, she can teach you Seda so that you could be obviously the best and show off to
Okay.
everybody. Yeah. Mhm.
okay, great.
Uh,
Is this
so I think it's very important, and I think Hannah would agree. This is not country line dancing. This is Irish, like Titanic dancing.
Okay,
So
I don't know the difference.
that was for everybody. But okay.
Just like
Little out of.
She grabs both your hands and starts spinning you in a circle.
Yes, what I was looking for.
But yeah, she starts to kind of like learn the steps. She starts. She, of course, he knows. So, what's your deal?
You know, I'm not sure yet. So no to you for now.
Wow. Okay. It was very forward.
That's how it works sometimes. It's for the best.
Understood. I appreciate the honesty. Is this right? You kind of are changing it up as you're going along. Also,
Yeah,
by the way,
that's
everybody
fun.
dancing needs to give me a performance check.
Absolutely.
Can it be acrobatics?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I was gonna say I have a plus
Difference
9 in
between
acrobatics
+2
and
to
only a
+8.
+1
Yeah,
in
exactly.
performance.
Same.
Do I have advantage? Because
I'm using my inspiration. That's
so
bad.
much worse.
I'm going to say if you normally have advantage in acrobatics, you do not have it for this.
No, I was just saying because I was the one leading because I was trying to help lead the Nova.
No,
Soul
I
line.
understand. I'm saying the stretch is having acrobatics. So
Yeah.
if you have acrobatics with advantage, you don't for this.
For IO,
19?
nat 20 for IO.
Fuck yeah.
Of course.
What is that total for you? I rolled a 19.
For that totals for IO, that is that's gonna be high.
Oh, you have-
25.
No, he has
29.
He has proficiency
Actually-
in performance, right?
That's a good point. Okay, hold on. If you guys are paired up, it's a group performance check.
It is a line
Yeah.
dance, technically. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say who you're grouped up with
Oh god.
is helping or harming you. Oh, you're trying to. Dude is strong. He's somewhat nimble, but he is not
Not graceful.
not graceful.
Who did
Okay.
Gwen end up with?
Seda.
Seda.
Seda rolled a 4 if I rolled 4.
You didn't roll for her then. I'm giving her my inspiration. There's no way Gwen is letting this lady pull her down. No.
Okay. I will allow for Clinton to roll for Seda. I will also allow for Gwen to give the inspiration to Clinton.
Honest, if it looks like she's doing badly, Gwen is it doesn't work on other people. Never mind. I was gonna say it's gonna give her permission too.
Jess, player Clinton said it's gonna be fine. She rolled a 7 the second time around.
God damn you.
Hold on. However, Alistair's coming back from talking to Esselise. He sees this disaster going on. I will come next to you, and I'll tap the cane. I'm not gonna bounce around. We're not doing Titanic dancing, but I'll come in.
All right.
Bardic.
Beautiful.
Take a Bardic.
Flash of genius.
For the minute, you got it.
Oh, okay. So you're saying Alistair's taking this bad number?
No, I'm taking Seda's place, pushing her away from.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the number that you rolled is for you now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I'm also giving you a Bardic.
Kara.
D6.
He didn't do bad. He rolled a 15.
Okay, so I rolled a 15, but then I used my inspiration, and I
Oh,
rolled
you
a
rolled.
19.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Yep.
So-
If you're using the inspiration,
Using your
absolutely.
inspiration on dancing is
Listen,
just amazing.
Kara has never been to one of these things, and she'll be. Oh, wait, I actually wonder how she feels about that. She does not feel great about so many people looking at her right now. That's not something she's good at. She is a rogue who hides in the shadows and lives in the dark, so she is focusing every ounce of her attention on not looking like an idiot right now.
You got so like staring right down at the feet.
No, I think she's like staring like between her feet and Ara's feet and like trying to, maybe they're both trying to like do we do this next? Like, what the fuck do we do? Like, trying to figure it out together.
You got it.
I feel
Cool.
like they both look uncomfortable, but they are doing the dance.
Incredible.
22 for Prim.
19 for your partner.
Yeah.
So
Kevin,
you guys are
we're doing
freaking.
What did
tearing it
our
up.
beautiful, amazing Petra get?
Oh, does someone want to roll for
I do.
Petra?
I'll do it.
Yeah, let's
You
see how his
got
clippy
it.
cloppies are clippy cloppying.
You got it. Hey, if you've ever seen an
I-
Alistair wrapped up in a satyr, it's
You know
this
what?
guy.
I love this for him. I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
How does that work with Io's nat 20?
I'll. You know what? Advantage.
Okay. Io, your irresistible charisma got that up to an 18.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, and I think it is a +0. That makes sense. Incredible. Petra steps on your feet a couple times, Io, and it's harmful for sure. Yor, are you getting in this? Or are you still sitting out?
No. What I think I think anybody who is struggling with dancing at all, he's going to give a bardic inspiration to from the sidelines. Just you know.
How are you bardically inspiring?
I think he is like he's dancing, but it's just this sort of he's just moving to the rhythm a little bit, you know, and almost like a metronome that anybody who's looking at him, you know, he kind of like smiles at them, and as they watch him, they just sort of get the beat a little bit more by just watching him sort of like his wings out still a little bit, just kind of back and forth a little
Hard
bit.
move.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Nice. Well, you guys all did really well. So ironically, it doesn't get me to show off my mechanic, except for maybe Alistair. What'd you get?
I ended up with an 18.
God damn
Awesome.
it, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You could
Flash
do
of
your
genius.
mechanics
Beta's
on the
just
poor NPC we dragged
like-
along to this.
Yeah, poor
Rolled
Seda.
below.
Is Seda standing on
then
the
got-
sideline, embarrassed?
Sidelined. Oh no. I feel bad.
Yeah, no, she doesn't get embarrassed. That
Okay,
doesn't happen.
perfect.
Okay.
She
I
just
felt
gets
bad for
mad.
her.
She just finds someone else.
Yes. That's what
and-
I want for her.
And it becomes another sort of awkward sort of triangle sort of thing with a like male and female couple that she kind of like gets in the middle of, and the male is like yeah, all right. And the female's like, excuse me? That's what's going on right now.
We need alcohol.
Yeah.
You need a
That'll
lot of
make this
alcohol.
better.
God, we haven't even had alcohol
The
yet.
Fey alcohol too.
Yep.
I refuse.
Well, you guys haven't. But
Not again.
Okay, so I will say for fun here, well, maybe I'll just wait. I don't know. Yeah, I'll wait. Okay, cool.
let's say
So
also during the dance, every time we sort of circle around, Gwen would be looking. You said the Archduke is here, or
Not
he's
yet.
not here yet.
or sorry, the Archduke is here, Eldarian. He's not.
I thought Eldarian was a dead one. Larian's the one that's alive.
Did I screw that up? Let me check. It's hard to pay attention to this music. You're right. Larian is the alive one. Larian is sitting and waiting. He's not participating.
Prim is gonna get at some point behind Seda and just go, I heard Larian wants to dance, and then move.
Gwen was just about to do that. She's going to give Prim just the most "you're my favorite big sister" look as this happens.
15.
Can I give her? I don't know how I would do advantage on that.
You could just kind of come up beside and also be like, "Yeah, that's what I heard too."
That's what I'll do.
All
Yeah?
right, Prim roll with advantage. I will tell you
Wait.
that's not going to cut it, so you got to give me more.
17. I rolled the wrong thing, but it's the same check. So
17 total.
Yeah.
You got it. Cool.
I only have a +1, so
Pretty good.
Did he mention me?
Who hasn't?
What does that mean?
what's your outfit?
That means that even I've heard of you, and I haven't even met you before now. You make an impression.
You guys are aware that Mom is right there.
Yeah.
Cool. Just making
That's
sure.
that's the
your
thing of
jinx.
it's like yeah, like Amaranthal's just right behind, just like
So she's gonna contest a roll on that because she's okay. Yeah, no, I did not roll high enough. As Amaranth goes, Seda, it maybe be best to wait for a slower song, and full daughter, don't tell me what to do, Mom version. Just goes, well, now I'm gonna do it, and just walk and just kind of like dances off.
I'm feeling like I really like her, and then go back to Alistair.
Fully jumping on the upbeat.
Prim turns and just he's a dick. Come on, it's funny.
I'm not worried about the Archduke.
I know. But I will protect her if anything happens.
You better. You all see Seda go up. And get dejected.
Oh no.
Wasn't it Nat 1, which would have been like full ignoring, which would have been heartbreaking for Joe.
Yeah.
And so-
Gwen is going to sort of watch and see how he does this. Like, does he humiliate her, or is it just more of a no and no room for argument?
It's
sort of thing?
it's like he's sitting like this, and it's like a hand on the knee, and just a
He's such a dick.
yeah.
That is
God,
funny.
he's such a dick. Just mentally to Gwen, just such a dick.
Sarah is like just over in the corner, just like biting her nails, just looking at this whole thing.
I think Kara is only going to dance for one dance just to like satisfy the people who wanted her to dance. And hopefully Seda's distracted or dejected enough that she won't try to pull Ara into another dance.
Gwen's
Yeah.
going to pull
She's
Seda
only
into
gonna-
dancing with us again because she does feel kind of bad about sending her over there as a test subject.
He said no.
You know what? He's so boring. I'm sorry for even suggesting it.
Yeah, but he's
It's too bad. And I'm going to say this loudly enough for other people to like overhear. Where I'm from, typically people and like him like to have a little bit of fun. Show that they're just the same as their subjects.
Creates a level of equality between everyone.
Gwen, roll me a
Shame.
d20 and add your charisma modifier to it.
That is a 22.
Guys,
I'm sorry.
what level are you guys at?
Unstoppable.
Holy cow.
I rolled a
you
17 and I have a
quite.
+5.
You see a
We're
couple of
practically
people
gods.
like start to kind of like nod their heads. One couple the one person like kind of like nods their head, and their couple kind of like does like a little bit of like a pull with the arm like down a little bit of like, what are you doing? We don't say anything bad. Like there's like that sort of like moment of like, but you see that there has been a wave of agreement. Beautiful, incredible.
Are the children here yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Sitting back at the table with Ara, can I get... I obviously can tell that Zara has anxiety about this whole night. But can I get a read on two things? First is what is the Archduke focused on? And then is the Autumn Eladrin, Eloise or whatever her name is, still looking
Eloise.
at Zara?
Yeah. Okay. Give me an insight check.
On
Unless
Archduke?
you're getting closer, I will say it's gonna be relatively pretty high. Unless you want to get closer.
Sada's occupied. I'll ask Ara, are you okay at the table for a minute?
Oh God, yes.
Okay. Then I will kind of start to meander closer.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you so much for this. So now, Ara kind of like takes a very like exasperated like thank you and like goes and like backs up and then backs into another one of the male dancers. That person turns around, looks Ara up and down, and I put it away. Hold on. Where the heck is it? There it is. There's a moment where there is a pause in the music. I'm just gonna actually just turn it down. And you see the figure just like sort of like an older looking Eladrin, green hair, goes and like takes a fighting position and goes, "A courtesy duel is required." And you see Ara look at Kara and just...
I'm immediately stepping forward. No, I'm immediately stepping forward and saying,
okay.
Then, as my guest, I think I'm owed that duel.
Very well.
Her features kind of stretch out a little more.
Your hair looks lovely as it flows down, matching your dress perfectly.
She leans over to Ara. What the fuck is happening right now?
I don't know. I was going to punch this guy.
It's a good thing you didn't.
Goldwyn appears. That's not his name. Glorwyn appears. It's a courtesy duel. It's your turn.
Okay, what does he look like? What does this guy look like?
It's a good question.
Joe. I need.
Yeah. I get you. So in my head, he looks like he's got like his look is Jason Isaacs in The Patriot, but with green. Yeah, I know. So basically, a British soldier with long hair, that's like down, that's like kind of like hanging a little bit like weirdly, sort of like wet.
Just weirdly hot.
Yeah, weirdly hot. Shout out to Jason Isaacs. I love you. But it's a green vest, not a red one. And you see there's like it does have a like military sort of like epithet sort of look to it. Yeah, there you go. That is exactly it.
You beat me to it, Anna.
So green hair.
Speed running.
What color are his eyes?
They're like a silver, I would say.
Silver eyes. She's gonna kind of lean over to Glorwyn and be like, is this a flirting duel? He just commented on my hair.
This was all the rage when I was in the material plane. No?
So, okay,
you just do it back.
Okay. I'm just looking at the
you see Ara. You also see Ara just like being like really like, okay, so do I need to hit him? Like you don't need to fight my battles for me. If I need to hit him,
No. I don't think you want to fight this battle.
Yes, please don't fight anyone. No.
She's going to. Her features kind of shrink down a little so that she's less creepy, and she's going to start to saunter up for what she knew used to work when she looked either human or elf and not changeling. Well, sir, if I had eyes of moonlight like yours, I would know better than to raise my voice in this company. And she looks confused at Glorwyn, like, did I do it right?
I'm gonna say, because I would say that statement doesn't wipe the floor with what he said. I'm gonna say, give me a persuasion or intimidation check. You're ending the phrase of like you shouldn't be raising your voice.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to. I don't know how to handle this. This is great. I love it. Oh my god, no way, 21. Intimidation.
You see a single tear kind of like goes down his face. Honey, you do like my eyes, right? Yes, thank you. Well, and like does a full like bow to the ground in giving you the victor.
I'm gonna turn to Ara. I'm gonna just, as I'm walking back towards the dais where I was trying to get a read on the Archduke and the Autumn Eladrin, I'm just gonna whisper, watch where you're fucking walking, please. I can't flirt with everyone.
Okay. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. And he runs back to his table. Beautiful.
Door calls out, everything good?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I either flirted with somebody or threatened them. I'm not sure.
Arousing is commonly a term that would be used there. Don't... Wait, what?
What? Brim,
what?
focus on your date.
What?
So, insight check
get into
on
my
the
mind
Duke.
way too easily.
Yeah. Insight check. Go for it.
24.
24. So this is on the Archduke and what he's paying attention to, right?
Yes.
He's basically kind of for the most part. You didn't need to roll that high. He looks bored and annoyed. You've been kind of like given a pretty heavy sort of insinuation of like this is not how things normally go here. Mm-hmm. And it's rubbing him the wrong way, for sure. So he's kind of like looking to the door, seemingly not really knowing when the sovereign's supposed to arrive.
Okay. And then the Autumn Eladrin.
Yeah. Don't want to mean. I'll say we'll carry that 24. That's fine. Okay, you just beat it. What are you trying to figure out with them?
I want to see if she, because she seemed to like she gave Kara a nod before. So if she's still got some kind of interest in Kara, or if she can pick up why she got the nod. Is it just because they happen to be looking at each other, or if there's something more there? Was it coincidence, or is there something more that this woman has to say to her, or knows about her, or what?
I would say, with that successful roll, which was that did beat her deception, you get the feeling that this is someone who...
Oh no.
That's not good.
It did this last night too.
It was so good he left.
Hmm.
But it's still recording.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it did this last night. His Chrome just kicked him out of EV Mux, but it's still recorded.
I feel like there's always
think it was-
this like
Sorry.
this.
There you are.
all right.
Okay. Sorry about that. That's the
Well-
second night in a row that
Yeah.
Chrome just crashed.
It both times talking to me too, so apparently you just don't want to talk to me. I see.
That's what
Get it.
I guess that's what it must
That's what it
be.
is. Mhm.
No, you get a feeling that she seems to have a specific interest in you, but you're not entirely sure if it's you, Kara, or if it's you, Changeling.
I will casually approach her.
You got it. I'm going to pause you just for a second, so I want to make
Mhm,
sure we
yeah.
get some other stuff with people. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
So right now, Io was, even though he was cutting up a storm, Nat 20, he's noticing a lot of stuff, and he kind of noticed what happened with Sarah and Larian, and so he kind of is, he nudges Petra. It's like, hey man, do you know Seda well?
No, not in that way.
Well,
Is that what you mean?
I didn't mean knowing her in the carnal sense, but I mean,
I love this song.
yeah, it's a bop, ain't it? You know, maybe you should go cut a jig with her.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't you think? Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Like, you can show her that move I just pulled off. And then he just recreates this one move he did earlier in the dance as a wave kind of crest with it.
cool. You got it. Yeah, great. He does go like, okay, yeah, I'll give it a shot. You see him go over, and I need you to roll me 2 d20s with disadvantage, as he has to pull off the same move that you did, Mr. Nat 20.
He got a 2.
Yeah, he falls right on his ass in front of Seda. Now, here's the question. Oh, Nat 1. Seda does not like that at all. She just goes running off into the crowd. I really wanted her to be like, oh, it's okay.
Okay.
The dice giving the hard no.
Dang.
Ow.
Io
Is Glorwyn around
literally
for this?
Slides over to him.
I would say it's safe to assume that Glorwyn is everywhere.
Okay, as that happens to poor Petra, Gwen is going to dance over to Glorwyn and just say, now, it was popular when you were in the material plane to make sure that every guest is having a good time, and if they fall, to go pick them up and then dance with them to get them back on their feet, right?
I'm so sorry to do this to you. You say this to where Glorwyn was, and you look and he's not there.
God damn it.
But do you say his name?
Yes.
You say Glorwyn is... Sorry, did you need me?
I was just saying, you have a guest who's on the floor. You need to go make that better and dance with him. Make sure that he's not humiliated.
Understood.
That's what's popular on our plane. That was when you were there, right?
No, not really. Actually, we usually shun that person. But hey, you are the guest of the party.
That was not correct. Trust me.
Okay. Appears next to Petra and just like kind of spins it back up. All right, dear boy. We just dance like this. You just follow my lead. And Petra is like, okay. He's holding his butt.
Io slides over to him and he's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry about that, man.
Why'd you have me do that? I can't pull off that move. You're too good.
It was a great first attempt. I'd had many a first falls. Here, this might help.
Okay, but you made me walk up to someone and then do it.
I'm really.
Look, she ran off.
I'm really sorry about that. Like, I mean, really sorry. And
you should be more aware of how good you are at this.
You can achieve this someday.
Okay. All right. I kind of get the feeling that you're working real hard to sort of like make me feel better. And right now, it's going to make me feel better. It's probably sitting down.
You want some ice?
No, I just want to sit down.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Okay.
Can I? Is that?
No, you good. You good.
Is it? Am I going to spoil things for people if I do that? You see him starting to shout.
Oh.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. All right. Poofing master. I'm gonna thank you for the dance. And you see him go and sit down. I'm gonna do that. Alistair, what are you up to?
If there is a slower time, I would definitely like to talk to Elisa.
Yeah, it's coming.
Cool. And if I would also check in with Yori since he's not on the dance floor and just kind of hang out two weird guys.
Okay.
What's Glorwyn doing?
What?
I'm asking above the table. Yori's kind of watching everything going on. You just said Glorwyn is everywhere?
Glorin seems to be popping in and out of like existence around, specifically mostly around you guys, but also like occasionally like you'll see like if you're like trying to keep a beat on him, you like notice like all of a sudden you'll see him over here, like way over on the other side of the room.
Do I notice that he always comes when someone says his name?
You want to try it?
Glorwyn?
Yes.
Oh. I was just checking. I'm good. Is it? What's your deal?
What's my deal? Oh, are you? Is this the old fake question?
Is that a fake? I just meant like. I mean.
I'm so sorry. I do have to ask. Are you asking for yourself, or did someone else ask you to ask that? And then looks up at Alistair, who's right next to you.
No, I just like just like if you go over there and then I say Glorwyn, do you have to like?
No, I don't have to. It's my job.
Oh, okay. You just work here, and then you're really good at like teleportation.
Yes.
Do you have to work here?
Save me! No, I'm fine.
Okay, well, I guess that's fine. And all right, that's.
We're sorry. He didn't mean to bother. We're sorry. He didn't mean to bother you. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna have a real hard time not just saying that name randomly. I'm gonna try though. Hopefully, you don't have to come though. It's not forcing you to come.
I believe in you. I will be there if you call my name. In this room, at least. And maybe for you, somewhere else. Looking up at Alistair, and then poofs out.
Say his
What's
name again.
your deal?
God. The music ending right there is... Mwah, so good. Thank you, Fate. Kara. What were you doing? You were going up to Eselise. So there's a very interesting moment that like you're walking up to Eselise and Alistair, like in this moment you see Kara like is already kind of making a beeline as the music changes to more of a romantic song. Kara, you approach.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, child.
You know my name, but I don't know yours nor your interest in me.
My name is Esselise. I am the court mage here, and I apologize I was unable to be present amongst the beginnings of your feats in the Violet Garden. As far as my interest in you, why wouldn't I be? You are all the guests of honor, after all.
I have made it my point in life to be able to read people, and I've noticed a keener interest from you than from others.
Well, I don't imagine I need to ask for forgiveness on any disrespect, as you are asking for my reason why. But I've always found that your kind are especially interesting to watch.
Changelings?
Yes.
What? Forgive me, I know very little of my kind. I was not raised among any like me, so
Of course. Few are.
I can imagine. What about us is so interesting? Just the fact that we can change? I've seen people like Lynn do that with her magic. I saw Io do it with his magic.
If I may be so bold.
Hmm.
It's interesting to see a creature with such difficulty in claiming their beauty in themselves, choosing a form that best suits their perspective of beauty. I imagine there is a correlation here.
Oh God. Okay.
I think he's like looking around at the audacity of some of this statement. You see Sarah just kind of like taking a moment as she's like staring at like looking at you and then looking at it and then just kind of just giving like a bit like the slightest head shake.
I rolled a natural 2 for wisdom save.
Too late.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what you think you mean by that. But it doesn't matter, I suppose. If you know so much of my kind and we're so intriguing to you, whether in an academic sense or otherwise, perhaps you can provide some information on our children of singular changeling parentage.
You see her. Are you asking to form some sort of relationship with me? And you see all of a sudden her eyes kind of glow a very bright gold. And she goes, never mind. It seems that you are already taken.
I am asking because Can I glance at Zara and I want to see if she trusts this woman or if she's like a don't even trust her, like don't.
I think Sarah's working real hard to give you as little information as possible. So I will say it's a high number. That's also
Insight check?
Yeah.
Oof, that's not good. That's only a 14. That's a natural 3. There's all the low rolls.
Yeah, you see her just kind of like frozen in place. She's not. She is staring at the scene. She's no longer staring at the dance floor anymore.
I had a daughter who was taken from me before she presented any gifts as a changeling. Her father was elfin, so I'm not sure if she has the potential to present gifts like this. And if you know about my kind, which so few seem to actually know anything about, I would appreciate your help.
In this regard, it is difficult to determine. Not something as simple as looking and seeing if your daughter looks more like you or her father. If you bring me her, I will be able to tell you.
Hopefully, our relationship with this court is strong enough to provide me the allies I need to get her back.
I will say you're off to a very good start. Kara.
Esselise, if you have any more information or if you would like to talk, I'll be around.
One of your male human members has asked to bend my ear as well.
It's your magic that intrigues him. You said you're the court mage. He can sniff out your kind like a hound dog.
Ah. A term used fittingly for them, no?
Yes, I think quite apt.
I'll decide whether or not to give him some of my scraps then.
And I wouldn't mind sharing some wine with you at some point. If you know so much of my kind, perhaps you can enlighten me. If I do find my daughter and I have to raise her, I would like her to know what she is and where she comes from.
I'd be happy to help out the heroes of Yabel. Kara.
Esselise? I think Kara's gonna start to walk away, but she's going to walk in front of the table, kind of giving the Archduke one of those, just like a little bit of a mean mug, but still like a I'm in charge mean mug, because she's intimidated him, I think twice now. Just to remind him of where he stands. And then as she passes Sarah, she's just gonna give her like, I'm sorry look. Like, I know this is a shit show, I'm sorry.
As you've kind of walked away, you see Sarah. Yeah, I think Larian just kind of like kind of gives you like a look of like, it's like a slight nod, but it's the slightest nod. But looking at Sarah has like seen you kind of break away from the court mage for a second. And you hear her muttering under her breath. Stop staring at me, you idiot.
I'm going to rush over to Ara. That's exactly who I think she's talking about.
Yeah.
And just start to engage it in conversation about how he forged the lovely blade on my hip. And I'm just going to try to distract him with his interest in swordcraft for the rest of the night, if I can.
Okay. Persuasion check DC 20.
God. Oh my god. It's an 18. Could I have guided myself? It's too late. I already rolled it.
I mean, it's up to you.
You could have Bardic.
What's that? A D6?
I have another one. I'm sure I could have been
Fuck.
watching you.
Can I still guide myself because I rolled a 1 on the part?
I'm gonna say I will say literally it is up to you, but I mean I don't know. The dice are telling the story.
Okay, yeah.
If you want to be cool.
No pressure.
I also give my character something to do next week while I'm not here.
Right. Yeah. So you are like actively working on that. And I'll say above board. I'll probably be like trying to like maybe roll to like help with that as we go along. But yeah, you see,
But with the bardic and and the guidance, we got up to a 22.
You see, okay, I'll tell you this. You see the first part, just like I mean, it's just a dance floor. It's not really big. I can't believe this. What? Yeah, I used a steel and a hammer.
Yeah, that much I gathered. There's a lot more crap to it.
Yeah, there's it's not.
If I'm going to be taking care of this sword, I would like to know how it was forged.
You don't know how to take care of a sword, and that's what distracts him. Beautiful.
I'm going to let him mansplain swordcraft to me all night long.
Yes, I love it. Alistair, do you take this opportunity?
Yeah, can I bring Yori with me?
Sure.
Yori, would you come with me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You give Yori a look, you'd be like, yep.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. Alistair's excited, so I don't think it's like the schoolboy Getty, but like as soon as he sees she's free, like, oh hey.
Hello.
Is now a good time?
Well, we have switched from a fast song to a slow song. It's been maybe 10 minutes, but sure.
Right. Well, clearly you're glowing with magic all over. It's just what I personally tend to try and make sure I carry things with me that kind of help me focus on things. I was curious what your magic items. What do you? Clearly you have so much. If there's just anything you could share with me, I'm searching the world over to really kind of figure out like all different types of magic. Like they start somewhere. They all come from something, and that's just. And I have this idea that maybe I could share with you, but I first just wanted to talk with you.
Oh. She's gonna roll an insight check on you. Okay. Well, the first thing I would say, Alistair, is it?
Yeah. Yes.
You're half right. Magic. doesn't come from somewhere. It isn't in anywhere. It's everywhere. Using it, challenging it, stretching it, loving it. Are all ways of accepting it. It seems that life, mortality, has given you a head start in understanding the challenge of dying. If I were you, the first magic I would learn to challenge, stretch, love, is to find a way to move past the mortal. But I don't know. You humans do seem to love the here for a good time, not a long time.
Okay. Are you saying that you have no fear of there's no mortality? That you've beaten death? Is that?
I have stretched it, challenged it. And you
What
could
if you
too.
could? What if you could beat death? Enough energy, with enough magic, you could do anything. You could help anyone. You could do anything. You could feed the world. You could feed the plains.
Would you like to learn my secrets in that?
Very much so.
Alistair, give me a wisdom saving throw as her eyes flash gold.
$18.
You are able to withstand any mechanical things that happen to you here, but you feel in this moment, you feel like your blood is moving faster than it ever has before, pushing past where your heart is beating and delivering almost a constant flow. You feel hot, boiling even. As you feel her searching for something and finding it. You see her eyes immediately go back to normal. You see her face change, and that all-knowing smile, all of a sudden her eyes are wide and terrified. Just then, the doors open. Now announcing the sovereign leader of Iabellon, Theodred, Eliel Thanaris, Sovereign Verdant. You see the crowd turn to look. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. See you guys next week.